all we do is make banger tournaments. Ain't that damn right, chat? Absolutely it is. You can see the players coming in to the lobby. We're getting them all in, chat. Some of the best players on the planet. Also, if you watched the qualifiers yesterday, Ivy are in, as there was a underage player in one of the qualifying teams, so they were taken out. Unfortunately, they could not provide us with an ID that showed that they were over the age of 18, and because this is an Activision sanctioned event, all participants must be over the age of 18. So we have Ivy from the Philippines that finished 3rd place yesterday in the qualifiers, back again, chat. I know there's going to be a lot of people happy about that, and other people that are going to be mad about it, because who knows where the server will land, because there's another Filipino team in the group. Either way, chat, it's going to be an absolutely splendid day, and I am extremely excited because there's no AK-117. You guys know. The AK-117 is the best gun inside of Battle Royale, specifically the Grim Ending. I've never said this before we did the qualifiers or before this event, but when it comes to mythics, if you've ever wanted to purchase one and you're a BR main, this is the one to purchase. Of course, this event is sponsored by COD, but they are not paying me to say this. I'm telling you guys for free to purchase that damn Grim Ending Memento Mori AK-117 mythic skin. Because they haven't nerfed the gun in 5 years, and it has stayed at the top that entire half a decade. Forget about all the other mythics that you're interested in. If you're a BR player, get the AK-117 one, because it'll do you the best in the long term. Either way, if you're watching over on YouTube, here's the rules. If you're watching on TikTok or short form, you can listen to me spout them out. Of course, there's actually 7 games instead of 5 games. It's on isolated. AK-117 is the only thing banned. Teaming up is banned, and we've got the same point system as before. 15 points for first. 2nd place is 10 points. 3rd place is 7 points. 4th place is 5 points. 5th place is 4 points. 6th, 7th is 3 points. 8th, 9th is 2 points. And 10th place is 1 point, along with 1 point per kill. 25 squads. All regions accepted. You guys know we do not discriminate against any players or regions on the planet. If you think you've got a team of absolute killers, join the qualifiers and you can qualify your way into the finals. That's how we do it here. We give 2 qualification spots away to players that are not known, that are underrated like we've done in the past here. And you can be able to shine in front of as many people as possible to build your brand or to build your team up to being something a little bit more known. Either way, over to the MVP list, ladies and gentlemen. The MVP list on the YouTube screen right now shows G in at 1st place with 73 total points. Super Jeff is 2nd with 61 total points, and Tom Pips is 3rd with 60 total points. This is an aggregated number based off what you can also see in your screen. We base this off total kills, so you get 1 point per kill for MVP points. You also get points for placement. Now, from 1st place all the way down, it starts at 5 points. All the way down to 5th place, you get 1 point, chat. You get 1 point. Over on the other side of it, you can see right there as well. Madman, can we change it from top kills just to total points? Or top points, sorry. Please and thank you. Either way, over onto the right-hand side of the screen, you can see you get a survival bonus as well. So, in my opinion, I think that towards certain games, depending on where the zone ends up, a placement point reward would not be sufficient enough because there may be 7 teams in that final circle. And that final circle closes in, everyone dies randomly, and the points are kind of skewed. So to combat that, I introduced a survival bonus point award. Right? So if you survive 20 minutes as a team, you get 3 points onto your MVP award. If you survive 19 minutes, you get 2 points. If you survive 18 minutes, you get 1 point. Now, on average, every single game that we play in these tournaments is 21 minutes long. They go right to the end, and everyone bows out in the final moments. However, like I said, sometimes towards the end of a game, it can be complete chaos, which is why we have decided to add this survival bonus into placement. So the max you can get from placement point in one singular game as an MVP award is 8 total points. Now, obviously, this, in my opinion, is probably going to be a 60-40 or a 70-30 based towards kills for MVP award. I wanted to make it analytical. I wanted to make it statistical because I feel like in a lot of leagues, at least in the sports leagues, it's just down to voting. I'm not really a fan of voting when it comes to MVP, but maybe we'll have like a creators or a players MVP award where the players can vote for their personal MVP of who they think should deserve an award. However, our actual official MVP will be based off these stats, and whoever wins it at the end of the year, come the last tournament of 2026, they'll get a cash prize, which we're not sure how much it'll be yet. I'm going to ask Activision about this. And then I will also ship them a trophy for being the MVP for 2026, chat. If you want to be involved in any of these, you're more than welcome to do so, chat. You will see the qualifiers announcement of our next tournament very, very soon. The next tournament qualifiers will be on the 15th of February. So if you're available on that date, you have your whole team ready, you're more than welcome to qualify. And remember, there's only 2 spots available to qualify into these. All other 23 spots are spoken for by the best and biggest players on the planet, which you're used to seeing because they are absolutely goated. Either way, as we get ready to go into game number 1, I'm going to go through the team list really quick, chat. The team list real quick. So team 1 is 4K Overload, arguably the most famous team inside of Call of Duty Mobile and the most famous team, I guess, of Battle Royale players from the Philippines right now. That's Holy Father, Remy, Tokyo, and Winter. Any guesses why they brought Winter into the team, chat? Does anyone have any guesses why they picked Winter up? No? There's no guesses? It's because the Jackal's not banned. Yesterday in the qualifiers, we seen 3 being used at the same time from the same team. So I expect to see a couple of times today, specifically from Winter. Madman TikTok chat, please. Team 2, we've got 4 Kings. This is the main roster, the team that actually has won 2 tournaments in a row. Narosa, Super Jeff, G, and Tom Pips. I actually used to call G G, or G, and then everyone told me it's pronounced G. So yeah, he recently turned 18. And he was allowed to join into our tournaments, and he has been absolutely crazy ever since he joined. He needed a couple of months to catch up to everyone. And once he has done that, he has been really good ever since, along with the whole roster, to be honest. Team 3 is Joker. We've got Renzu, Negi, Fright, and Akaza. They perform usually well, but some games they do really good, and then other games I feel like they push at awkward angles, and it kind of hurts them, and then they die. So I'm hoping for a good performance from them. Then we've got TSG Rigid, that's Secret Stiller, Layla, and Nero. Team 5 is Long Necks. Everyone wanted them back. We love the long neck, short neck combo. We've got Wagner, Kid Lack, Gaming, MJ, and Hasbullah. It seems like they've got... Okay, I'm interested to see what the long necks do here in this tournament. Team 6, Latam Prime is back. I know a lot of the Latin American region are going to be super happy about that. They're actually from Colombia and Venezuela. Shout out to Venezuela. I hope you guys are doing good over there. I know there was some crazy stuff that happened, but hopefully the population of Venezuela is doing all right, chat. Next on our list, we've got K9 Zenith Eternity. Player in low text. I need to make a group chat with you guys to understand why your name is so damn long. Like, we got 4 Kings as a name. We've got Latam Prime. K9 Zenith Eternity? Buddy, the only thing lacking in skill is your name picking, because what is that? What is that, bro? Come on, I need to catch your name. Like, we need a cool name. Why not just call yourselves Eternity or call yourselves Zenith? You know, what are we doing here, Slayer and Low-Tex? Either way, they're picking up 2 new players. They've got iFlex and they've got Neck. Bro, need to make sure that I pronounce his name right, bro. He's going to get me canceled one day, chat. I swear to God. See, if I ever pronounce his name wrong, chat, the rule is you're not allowed to cancel me for it because it's crazy. If I say it really fast, it's just going to get me cooked. Either way, going down the list, we got Team 8 here, Bob. Or Bope. It's Bardax, Bolivia, Holiday, and Kust. Ooh. Okay. I'm liking the look of this team now. I feel like they're going to go really high on the leaderboards this time around again, like they've done in previous tournaments. Team 9, we've got Los Precisos. That's Rizilti, Bayex, Jakari, and Brotex from Venezuela, USA, and Brazil. Team 10, we've got 2 good. That's Balor, LagYT, King Raf, and Claude. It seems like every time Balor comes into these tournaments, he gets better and better teammates. So I'm actually excited to see how good these guys can do in today's event. Shout out to Balor, chat. Team 11, we've got black and white. Really, guys? Really? Black and white, guys. Any guesses why they named the team black and white? It's El Chapo, Insolent, Sweet Dreams, and Yuma. Any guesses why the Africans and Europeans named the team black and white? You're more than welcome to make a guess why it's called that. El Chapo always does names like this, bro, every time. Team 12 is African Tyrants. What a goofball. We've got Mona, Stalker, COD God, and Movement from Nigeria. Team 13, we've got Las Cabras. That's Panchito, Soy Topo, Top Gun, and Takeoff. These guys are also Latin America. Team 14 is Fury Esports. That's Loading, Senior J, Ames, and Sleuth from Europe. German. Madnan, if you want to start the game, you're more than welcome to do so. Team 15 is H2L Highway to Lobby. We'll call them H2L. It's easier to say. That's OBN, Red Divvy, 69 Pack Live, and K9. I'd argue that OBN has some of the best AI COD Mobile content of all time. If you guys don't know him, he's one of like my favorite people to watch on TikTok. And he even put me in one of the AI edits, chat. I was sat at a restaurant and I seen it and I couldn't believe it. Madnan sent it to me and then I showed Sarah, obviously my fiance. I was so excited. I just came in looking all aura. Either way, going down the list, we actually have a ton of African teams. This might be the most African teams we've ever had in a tournament. So fingers crossed they can perform really well. Team 16 is Hexline Tyrants. Interesting. We have two African teams with Tyrants in their name. Hexline Tyrants is Malay's team. He's got Felon, Bolos, and Savage. These are players that I don't really know and I'm not familiar with, so I hope that they're really good. Team 17, another team from Nigeria, Wahala Pro Max. This is Lilac, Philip Mello, Sung, and Reborn Kudi from Nigeria. Team 18 is from the Philippines. We're bringing Vector back with his teammates Geek Panda, Pub Ring, and Bax Gaming. Team 19, we've got Amarta. That is Jachi, Cody, Sneaky, and Flame. That's the girl team from the Philippines. Then we go down to Team 20 from Nigeria, Paris, Chitaruti, Lex Gamer, Isco, Kodem, Player One, and Larry. Lex Gamer, arguably one of the best clippers. I really want one of these African teams to do really well, especially Nigeria. I feel like there's such a big community in Nigeria, and we've yet to see them clutch up on the main stage. So I'm praying that they can have a big moment here and hopefully finish one of their teams in the top 3. Team number 21, chat. Team number 21 is known as Akoi. That's Alexa, Kathy, Amara, and Andy. They're also Latin American. Luis Flores. That's just the team name. He's got teammates known as Onchin, Gamer, Manazi, Feeling, and they're from Latin America as well. Team 23, also from Latin America, Azurs. That's Basu, Luyas Gaming, GG Jam, and Lanai. Then for our second to last team, the teams that qualified, the teams that are lesser known, but are on the tippity top of the mountain when it comes to skill, we've got Marana, that features COD Ninja, West, Lion, and Pangolo. We've seen them finish amazingly yesterday. They finished in second place. And then Poison Ivy, we just know them as Ivy. These guys are from the Philippines, team number 25. Licked Dree, Kurohama, and Ivo. All right, chat, we're into the first game of the day. Feel free to put a team name in the chat right now that you want to see win this tournament. It looks like, ooh, the 4K team are into a fight straight off the bat here. Tokyo's in from behind. Where is Winter in all of this? Of course, he's getting a Jackal. If they're able to bring the Jackal over and across while they're still fighting up above, which is exactly what's happening here. Oh, he's got somebody else in his Jackal. That is not good. Is he going to give the Jackal up and explode him? I'm not sure. Either way, it looks like the 4K main roster is actually in a little bit of a fight here, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll keep on board with them. They've landed over on platform. This is interesting. Usually they like to land on the same drop spot, but they've decided to go to platform, which you and I both know doesn't appear in the same spot every single game. So will they land there again? I'm not sure. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, chat. Oh dear, looks like COD Ninja's in a little bit of a fight here. We'll hop down on board to him and see what his teammates are up to. This is Marana. They finished second place yesterday in the qualifiers. They are not here through being one of the biggest players. They're here purely based off skill. As Pangolo goes down, that leaves West and Sofito last alive against King Raph. I believe this is Balor's team. Yes, I can see Balor up in the tippity top. Will they be able to take down one of the best teams here from just purely their skill in the game. It looks like Wes is going to get shot from behind here. It's going to be King Rap. He's able to knock one, but he gets knocked from behind, and that leaves Sofisito last alive on the roster. A bad spot to be in. Uses the movement to get out of that situation, but it looks like COD Ninja's team here may only finish the game with 1 point. COD Ninja comes back through the revive flight, which is good for now. They stay alive for a little bit longer, but let's go and look at another qualification team here. Ivy from the Philippines, a completely unknown roster, able to wipe an entire other enemy team at the start of the game. 4 kills, taking them out of game number 1 instantly. That's a very good show from an unknown Filipino team. They came through the qualifiers yesterday. They finished 3rd out of everyone. Very good from them. As we go through the list, I can see Sofisito is actually in a fight here. They've died to Valor, but not before they got a couple of knocks, and it seems like COD Ninja did not land beside them. Maybe they could have did a little 2v4 action, but unfortunately, not for now. We'll go across and check out the girls' team. Where have they landed? It looks like Overgrown. Believe it or not, this is where I met Matcha just days ago, chat. A lot of that stuff's went viral recently. I only figured that out 2 days ago. I didn't realize you guys seem to love me and Matcha together. Here we are, chat. We'll hop on board with a new team now. As we can see, the girls are not fighting anyone. This is Longnecks. They've landed in New Vision City, and it seems like they're fighting Holiday and his Latin American pro team. He's up on top of the zip right here. He does have a striker in hand. Leap. MJ Leap going up to see if he can get a kill. There's Holiday. Dives straight off of it. I wonder how many players they have alive. Only 2. Remember, this is Bardax's roster. One of the best Latin American teams in the world. They're known as BOPE. He's going to use the zipline to go around right here. He's been spotted again by MJ. Definitely going to target him here. Lands right on him. Striker in hand. So good. Arguably the best shotgun right now for competition, because it is not RNG like the other shotties that you can use, the HS0405, the Buy 15, the KRM. You can spam this shotgun. It's going to be widely used in today's tournament. Remember, the only official rule is no AK-117. No AK-117 is allowed to be used inside of these games, and obviously, no teaming up. But the real only rule is no AK-117. My scrumdiddlyumptious. Winter's looking for another Jackal. These guys have not got any kills so far. Seeing a team over across on the helicopter. Not able to get a kill just yet, so let's hop onto the main 4K roster. 3 eliminations so far. They're over by outposts, and they've spotted a Latam team on top of the hill. SMRS is going to be another gun that's going to be used a lot. I say gun, it's really a rocket launcher. Remember, nothing is banned except for an AK-117. So this is what BR would be like if there was no AK-117 inside of the game. Bardax has been exploded. Is his team? Oh no. Bardax is already out with his entire roster eliminated. They finished so well last tournament, and for them to die so early on in the first game, that's going to be a confidence knocker going into the rest of this tournament. Remember, it's 7 games, chat. 7 games inside of the finals. It's 5 games of the qualifier day. Speaking of deaths, though, Tokyo instantly knocked and fully eliminated. It looked like from the Paris team from Nigeria. Could Nigeria come into this tournament and make a little bit more of a statement this time around, chat? It's definitely possible. They see a couple of people over there. I'm actually going to go and watch a different player from the team here. Remy's up on top. Looks like it's going to be Soy Topo and the boys. Oh, Paris is over on the side as well. We'll actually have to go on and check what's going on here, because these guys are fighting 2 different teams at the same time. Looks like Holy Father's team have actually got out of the situation. Hey. Did I just see Low-Tech's using a Jackal? Who's this in this Jackal? It's gotta be Winter. It's not? It's a guy called Dirty. It seems like everyone's using Jackals now. I guess they're not banned, so they're more than welcome to do so. DSG. They spotted Brotex and the boys over on the other side of Bus Depot. SMRS in hand again. Can we count how many SMRSs are going to be used every single game? It feels like every single team will have one. There we go. There's 2 on this team. 2 SMRSs on this team. Do we have any on team 6? We've got 1. We've got 2. It seems like it's going to be a 2 SMRS per team kind of situation here, ladies and gentlemen. The only team that I've seen so far not have one is Lotex's roster, which is, of course, Eternity. I think that will just be our nickname for them because their name is way too long.
Here we go.
Valor able to take down a player there. That brings them up to 6 kills. I think they've got the most kills out of anyone. But while this is happening, let's go down and check out that Filipino team that came through the qualifiers, as they're in another fight here. They got a couple of knocks and a couple of full kills. 8 total eliminations from a team that we've never heard of properly in a finals before today. They got the most kills out of any team so far in the competition, so they're looking really good here. As there's a couple of kills coming from different rosters now. We'll hop on board with the Nigerian team. Team number 20. Also known as Paris Chitotri. Chitotri? This is Lex's team. Lex is a very well-known African player. Known for his clipping, known for his movement, known for his aim. Pretty much known for anything that involves mechanical skill inside of Call of Duty Mobile. He's trying to make a worldwide name for himself, but honestly, it seems like they're a bit too split here.
Your teammate will return to the battle when
Before anyone calls me out for discrimination, I want to make a point. Africa is really good in mechanical skill, but something they've always lacked in is decision making. You see how these guys are so split up? Why was Blonde over by Crash Site when his 2 teammates were further towards T3 Refinery? They always seem to be split in awkward scenarios, and that's what really lets down the entire region. If we could just have one Nigerian come up and say, you know what? I'm smart. I've got a good IGL mentality. I think the region would shine a lot more. Luckily for them, they got 3 players back in, so they're going to be good for now. We'll hop on over to Ivy again because I want to see what they're up to. Are they going to rotate into center zone? If I was them, I would already go for it. I'd go somewhere central zone. I'd probably go on the hill beside Military Research Institute, take the highest heights you possibly can up there at the tippity top of the hill, and just play for placement. They've already got 8 kills, but from here, the kills will come. A lot of people on TikTok want to see where Vector is. I actually have no idea where he is.
The safe zone is collapsing.
What's he doing? Why do you guys want me to see him? Are they all camp? Oh, wait. They're going to try and bait somebody into taking the Jackal, aren't they? They want somebody to take the Jackal so that they can kill them instantly, don't they? That's exactly what they're doing. This is not going to work, bruh. There's no way this is going to work, chat. There's just no way. I refuse to believe that the entire... Oh. Nah, those guys aren't going to take a Jackal. That's Balor's team, right? Yeah, they're not Jackal users, chat.
For a fire sale.
I don't think this is going to work. How did Sneaky die outside the zone, gang? What are you doing, Sneak? Ain't no way. Yeah, you're lucky you're not the medic user. It seems like Flame's going outside the zone to use medic to heal him up again. But what is going on here with the girls from the Philippines? Ivy made it into zone. Did they do what I said? No, they're opting to go for... Wow. Side of zone on the outskirts instead of going straight over to the middle and holding high ground. Personally, for me, I still would go straight over to the middle and hold high ground instead of what they decided to do there. But each to their own. King Raph picked up another, and now they're on 7 kills as a roster here. This is a really good start. Like I said at the start of this tournament, Valor seems to keep getting better and better teammates on his side, and I think this could be the best placement that we've seen of any tournament from Valor today. Going down over to Ivy here, you can see them getting kills. 12 on the board, they wiped them! They wiped that team, but now they're getting third party by Loading. Oh my god, one of the best players in the entire world is about the 1v4 this Filipino roster. Loading, they're hunting him down for sure here, but it's not looking too good. Loading has been spotted again, finally gets knocked here, self-revive with Hughes, but now there's only 1 player left from Ivy. They've already got 13 kills. Honestly, he just should run out of that situation entirely. We got Loading and Senior J on the same team, chat. Loading and Senior J on the same team is not something you want to go against. Zluth and Ames as well, bro. This is basically like a European super team at this point, chat. This is unbelievable. I can't believe they teamed up like this. Usually this would be a roster that Ackman would probably play with, but unfortunately, bro's retired. He's turned into Unk, and he's no longer playing in any kind of tournament, so GG's to Unk. He's turned into Ferg Jr. at this point, chat, retiring from playing competitive. I feel him. I feel him. Everyone from Fury back into the action. 7 kills on the board, not as many as Ivy, but they have control right now. Luckily, Kuroyama actually has a medic. He has a medic able to be used here, so he can stay outside of the zone for as long as he needs. And he'll be good to go, chat. Using the medic to his advantage, he can pop one right now. He has it upgraded as well, so he really doesn't need to worry about anything. Going now over to Renzi. It seems like they're in a little bit of a fight. It's 4K main versus 4 Jokers. A lot of people say these guys like to team up, but that's definitely not true as they're taking each other down. They've knocked a couple, they've killed a couple from each roster. And I don't think the whole team up narrative is actually true whatsoever. Oh, they're still shooting at them from behind. Akaza spotted TSG here as well. Looks like TSG is going to be fighting 4K down below them. That looks like it's going to be 4K Means team. All of the Filipino teams are fighting each other. That's not good, chat. Or the region. They'll want us to try and stay alive for as long as possible. Renzu spotted TSG as well. Looks like Negi and Akaza still alive, but Fright, unfortunately, out of game number 1 right now. They need to get back his tag. TSG have now spotted the 4 Jokers. They're going to rotate away from there. I wouldn't take that fight either. It's a 4v2 for now until Negi comes back with some loot. And the loot he has is... I mean, the Buy 15 is the Marshmallow Shotgun and a QXR. He's not going to be doing much with that, ladies and gentlemen. As I want to hop on board here and see what Low-Tex is up to. He's also hiding by a jet. Wait, hold on. Did they kill?
The safe zone is collapsing.
Did they kill
Airdrop
Vector?
has been delivered. Airdrop incoming.
I think they killed Vector. I didn't get to watch it, but I'm pretty sure they did. And it looks like OBN's team is fully wiped as well, leaving only 17 teams left. This is going to be a Balor versus Eternity fight here, ladies and gentlemen. No, Vector's team are still alive.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Wait, hold on. Hold on. What? How did this possibly happen? Why is there 3 teams beside this Jackal? Are you guys being... There's no way there's 3 teams beside this Jackal, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Slayer must have the stream open. He's looking over this way. Bro thought he could get away with it, chat. Oh. Oh, no. Now a 4th team's coming in. They're going to be fighting Balor's team from the side here. Shots are going to go down straight over onto Balor's roster. It's Latin America. It's Europe. It's Philippines and another European team all beside each other looking at the Jackal here. We may have to hop on board with Balor in just a second to see what's going to go down. That's exactly what we're going to do. The zone's going to push them out, and this looks like they're getting pushed from the side. Smoke bomber and smoke grenades are being used straight away here to get the high ground off the opposing Latin American roster. It seems like they have jumped right down below them, and now they're in their path. Oh my god, another Filipino team is here. That should be Holy Father and the boys over on the side. They've came in for a 4th and 5th party, but as we go back over onto Balor, you can see they're taking a couple of casualties as Balor, Claude, and Lag have been knocked or eliminated. Panchito's knocked from behind. Can he get a second one? No, he can't. Vector, hello. Land it. Go ahead. Land the SMRS. Not going to land that one. Unfortunately, shoot in the smoke. Come on, Vector. Shoot in the smoke. Shoot in the smoke. Remy gets one from across the map here. That's incredible. More smoke bombers coming down as they have the mythics enabled. Vector still staying alive. It looks like Pubring is over by his side as well. Oh my god, Remy! From across the map! Don't take him down! No! Don't kill Vector just yet! Oh dear, I think this is going to be a Filipino on Filipino blood action right here. Surely that's going to hit. Oh, he barely misses Vector, but he hits the knocked teammate. Another one's going to come through as well, and that's going to be all she wrote for Pubring. See you later, Alligator. The 3rd party comes through from 4K Overload. What a sensational amount of fights we just got to see there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so surprised that turned out the way it did. Somehow Vector's still alive. He needs to get into the zone as soon as possible, but I think he's going to die here no matter what. As Furio right beside him, we've got a Filipino roster to his right. 4K are over there. TSG's on the hill. It's coming down to the final moments for Vector. I don't see how he's going to get out of this situation whatsoever. So let's hop on to the 5th party team from that particular fight, which is, of course, 4K Overload. 4 eliminations on the board. If you go on and see a 4K main, they've performed a little bit worse here than what we're used to seeing from them. Only 5 kills. Kurohama's dying as well, but he got back his entire team. These guys have 13 eliminations, ladies and gentlemen. 13 eliminations, and we're only getting into the late game now. This could be a 20-plus kill win for Ivy if they're able to make it happen. No idea how they got up here, though. It looks like they came here from a revive flight. They did come there from a revive flight. Kurama is the only person who has any guns on their team. Is their strategy here to jump down on a team that's already weak, 3rd party with the pistols, and pick up loot? Kurama dies outside his zone. Does he have a self-revive? I'm not sure. If he doesn't have a self-revive here, it's going to be really bad. I don't think he's going to make it into the... I don't think he has another self because he died outside the zone before. Doesn't make it into the zone. He got all of his teammates back, which was good, but unfortunately, they're sat up in the tippity top going for placement. Oh my god, they're in the center of the zone! Oh my god, they've just secured themselves so many points, chat. They're going to finish at least 5th place as we're going to go and hop onto a different team now. It looks like the other 4K roster has been fully eliminated, and that's going to be probably the worst performance we've seen from 4K main in at least 3 months. 4K, Overload still alive, though. They spot a Latin American team right in front of them. It's going to be Magic. He's got his entire roster shifting into the zone here. Can he land any shots? Holy Father, not able to land much. The dog himself missing the shots. They've now got the high ground up from above, and it looks like 4K Tokyo is going to be the first to get knocked here. A couple of SMRSs would take out this entire 4K roster. One of the players lands down. It's going to be Patata taken down. They're knocked over on the Remy. Now a 4v2 situation. Winter's last alive on the team. He's able to take down one, but that's going to be pretty much all she wrote as Remy comes through with the self-revive, but being the last player alive. Oh, Holy Father got a self-revive off as well, so that means there's still 2 up for now. A very, very difficult fight for them to take right there. SMRS still in hand. They could take down one player here with an SMRS shot. It looks like Magic's right there. He's watching it with it. Remember, no AK-117 in their hands. It's a 2v3 situation, and they've decided to go up onto the high ground. 5 kills here for the Holy Overload roster. Remy's going to rotate around the side here, but there's another team up on top of that cliff, and Holy Father's in a terrible position here. Ross Kid's been spotted over onto his right. He's probably going to die outside of the zone here. Leaves Remy as last alive with the medic. Needs to get into the zone here. Ivy still on top. Dude, Ivy had such an amazing spot in the zone. I think they're still in the next one as well. Remy's last alive for his team. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible here. Could die in the zone, though. Also could use this hill to his advantage. Spots a couple of players to the side. Shots go down on this Latin American team. Probably not going to get a kill here and may die outside of the zone no matter what. Shots go down. Can he get one knock? Even just one would be so beneficial, but the Desperado's being used by Jakari. Still outside of the zone. Can he make it in whatsoever? Go into the zone, Remy. What are you doing? Just run in. Oh my god. He makes it. 6 teams left alive. Remy's in a little bit of a clutch situation here. He's the last alive in his team, and I think that's going to be all she wrote. Bang! Doesn't land it. Hits one. Gets the full kill. But now I want to hop on board with Ivy. 10 players left alive, and Ivy's 3 of them. They have the final zone. They just need to land down really late. This looks like literally a helicopter strap, but a different way to do it. They've got no guns up on the tippity top. Kuro Ahmed, the teammate that died, went outside the zone with his medic class, got all 3 of them back, and now they're sitting here with 13 kills, top 4. Only a couple of teams left now. It looks like Fury's still up with all 4 of their players. This is a phenomenal performance from a European team that I know has high ping here. Not only that, these guys never complain about their ping, and they always just solve the situation as it comes. They're definitely one of the best teams here, not only from the region, but from the global BR scene. Slayer's still alive. How are you still alive, Slayer? Last person on his team. He needs to land one more shot onto Ross Kid. There he goes. Lands in. And now Ivy are in with their pistols. What are they going to do? They're going to do absolutely nothing here. What can you do if you're Ivy? Try and survive for as long as possible. Takes down Slayer. Surely they kill him and they get a top 2. He just needs to stay alive. No! Slayer gets the top 2 position. And of course, Fury wins the game, ladies and gentlemen. What was that, bro? Ivy, an incredible 3rd place performance. I was actually rooting for them to get 2nd place. I can't believe they survived as long as they did, but good job to Fury for winning game number 1. Not only did they win, they won in dominant fashion. They got a ton of kills on high MS, and it's definitely looking like they may be the best European team inside of this tournament. We'll pull up the scoreboard. 16 kills and a win is going to give them 31 total points for Fury. Unfortunately, Low Tech's and Slayer's roster, Eternity, 4 kills in a 2nd place. Not a lot of kills, at least 2nd place, so it'll give them 14 points. So they will be in the top 10 as we go down to Ivy. Keep in mind, Ivy, an unknown Filipino team, these guys qualified through yesterday. Not only that, they finished 3rd. They weren't even meant to be here, but one of the teams that qualified was underage, and they were not allowed to compete in the finals based off Activision's ruling of needing to be 18 plus. So Ivy made it through by their whiskers, and now they're finishing 3rd with a ton of kills inside of game number 1. That'll give them 20 total points. 20 on the dot total points for game number 1. Good job to them. We can see Magic's team down here in 4th place. Magic actually got 6 kills that game, so good job to him. Able to get 9 total kills as a team in a 4th place finish is going to give them a decent amount of points. Not bad at all. People are telling me to start Tickfinity, but you know what? On tournament days, I really don't check any kind of gifts or donations, so if you do gift anything, I'm sorry, but I'll probably not call it out. I will turn on Tickfinity, though. I got you. Either way, we go down the list a little bit lower. You can see Holy Father's team with Remy staying alive that long actually finished in 5th place. Not too damn bad. 5th place. They got 6 kills. I mean, Winter, a low kill performance. I'm actually expecting him to do better in these coming games with the Jackal. So we might see these guys actually finish in the top 5 today. If Winter, fingers crossed, if Winter can do well. Going down the list again, you can see team number 9 finished in 6th place position. There's TSG. They got a ton of kills too. Actually, 13 total kills with a 7th place. And then along with, ooh, wow, an African team doing really well here. Finishing in 8th place with 10 eliminations. Solid game from the Nigerian team headed by yours truly, Malay. As we go further down, you can see the long necks there getting a ton of kills as well. 11 total for them. Hey guys, I hate to be disappointed by my superstars, but 4K main, guys, 6 kills, 12th place. That might be their worst performance in a few tournaments. I'm not gonna lie, we're used to seeing them do really, really well. And a 12th place finish, that's gonna really hurt their average points today. However, it is 7 games, so there's definitely a chance that they can bring it back and still win this, because it's only game number 1. As you can see, 4K Jokers, Renzu's 4K team, 0 points. Good job, guys. Good job. Really proud of you on that one. Okay, team 13, we got the Latam gamers. That's Panchito, Soy Topo, Boyka, and Dirty. They were able to get 8 kills. Vector's team also in there at 15th place. We got Mona and his roster of Stalker COD got a movement, only 1 elimination. There's Balor's roster again, a lot of kills, not good placement for them. OBN died early as well, along with Lewis's gaming roster. Paris died early, that's Lex Gamer's team from Nigeria. We go further down, the Latin American team dying early on, along with, I believe that's Black and White. That's Chapo's team here, finishing in 22nd place. They got a couple of kills, and Bardax's team had a terrible performance for game number 1. I expect a lot more from these guys going into the future. Our qualification team, COD Ninjas roster, Marana finishing in 24th place, and then of course Lewis Floor's team in at 25th. We're gonna get ready to get into game number 2, chat. While you're waiting, feel free to check out any of the streamers that are streaming the event. Majority, if not all of the players inside of this competition should be streaming their POVs on TikTok or on YouTube. And if you don't want to do that, you can check out the TikTok that I posted yesterday while you're waiting to get into game number 2. We're going to go ahead and tally up the scores, get them onto your screen as soon as possible. And for people watching on YouTube, I'm actually going to go ahead and change that little rule set onto your screen right now. As you can see, there it is. Game count, 7 games total, chat. There will be 7 games in the finals. If you want to know at all in the future about games, just know qualifiers will always be 5 games and 7 games for the finals. Just in case, you know, if there's any slip-ups in future events or in future graphics, just know that's always the way that we do it from now on. We like the 7-game series in the finals because it brings the most consistent team and puts them on top. YouTube, you have your updated scoreboards, and TikTok, you're about to get the updated scoreboards after game number 1. Just look how quick that was, chat. You know how we like to do it. Divine, thank you very much, brother. Appreciate you. We're getting into game number 2, and as you can see, the leaderboards are stacked up. Fury Esports sitting in the number 1 spot with 31 total points. Poison Ivy, which is that Filipino team that qualified yesterday, on 20 points. TSG Rigid have 16 points. Latam Prime have 14. Zenith Eternity have 14. We got No Neck, Long Necks 13. X-Line Tyrants 12. That's an African team. Good to see them up there in the top 7. 4K Overload are actually in the top 10. Too Good are 9th, and Les Cabras are 10th. So we've got a couple of Latin American teams in the top 10. We've got 2 European teams in the top 10. It looks like we've got 4 Filipino teams in the top 10. And 1 African team. 1 African team in the top 10, chat. So not bad. We've got a nice split across all regions.
Here we go.
Going into game number 2. That is the first game performances there that you can see on the screen. If you're watching on TikTok, right down there. Game is on YouTube. It will be right down in the bottom of the screen if you're on short form. And if you're on horizontal, you can see it right below my face cam. All right, ladies and gentlemen, into game number 2. Game number 2 we're in, chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we've just started the tournament, so if you're new, make sure to follow, subscribe, and if you're a watch party, I love you. That's damn right. My little pookie bears. Looks like they opened up crash site instantly, but Winter's going around with a jackal trying to make them die from above. Not gonna happen though, as they're all inside of that secret room as they opened it up. Let's go over to a different team. Catch up with Blowtex and Slayer. Back in the day, a lot of people say I favored this team. You know, I loved them so much, I did. I will always have a soft spot for Slayer because he reminds me of myself when I used to play professionally for Cloud9 back in 2018. That's right. I was a professional mobile battle royale player 8 years ago, chat. God, now they just know me as Unk in the scene. But shout out to Slayer and Lowtex. Do you have a soft spot for these guys? I'm hoping that they perform a little bit better today than what they did in the previous tournament. Unfortunately, they lost 2 other players just due to politics in the country from the Middle East that is going through it right now. Maybe they'll come back soon, who knows? But good luck to Lowtex and Slayer's team Eternity for the rest of this tournament. Let's hop on board and see where Super Jeff's 4K main roster is. Keep in mind, they just picked up Ge recently. They just picked up Ge recently, chat. And they have been doing phenomenal ever since he has been allowed to be in the tournaments. No kills from these guys just yet. Looks like Holy Father may be fighting them, though, on a different side of the map. That's crash site they're in right now. Holy Father pushing straight in. There's Panchito out in the open. Easy peasy, says Holy Father for Measy. First kill on the board for him this game. Looking scrumptious. Unfortunately, the rest of the team did get out of there quickly. Oh, Winter in a bad spot here. Oh, dearie me. He might try and go for an execution. Not too sure what he's going to do here. It looks like it's only Soy Topo around him. Now the other players coming over as well. They may be able to help him here. Yes, they are. Wow, good positioning from Holy Father there. Allows him to get the kill. And now they've only got 1 player alive that they can just rush straight here. Just rush straight over to him. They see him. They've spotted him right now. Tokyo taking a couple of shots, able to crack him straight away. The crack comes through. Holy Father needs to rush into that and kill Boyka right now. Winter also deciding whether or not he wants to go over, but it looks like the third party's coming over from the side. Winter dies to the Jackal right there. Unfortunately, he's not the only person that can use the Jackal nowadays. Rami, pretty far away. A third party could come through here. Ooh, it is a third party right now. Here comes the Africans, the Nigerians. It's Stalker Movement, COD God, and Mona. Arguably one of the best Nigerian teams in the world. Oh. Remy's getting out of this situation, and they're following him right now in a 4v1 situation. Remy, there's absolutely no way you make it out of this. I just refuse to believe the medic goes down, but that's going to be all she wrote. See you later. Mona's going to take him down, and he dies instantly, as he's the only death on the... Care to explain that, Holy Father? I need an explanation of what you were doing underneath the map, bro. What was that? Can't hide from me, Holy Father. I seen it. Cat's seen it too. 4K main, no kills this game. They're underperforming in the tournament so far, chat, if I do say so myself. Hopefully they can pick it up a little bit. Same with COD Ninja's team. They finished 2nd place yesterday in the qualifiers, and now they're losing all of their players at the start of this game again. Ngolo last alive in the team, but it looks like Balor's team are going to run over here and get all 4 of them wiped off the map. Movement's not going to be enough for you here. You're able to take down Balor, but can you kill Claude? He's able to take down 1. He's going to die, but luckily Sofacito comes back in the revive flight, so it's not a full wipe just yet. Good job to him. Ivy, also playing a little bit slower here. No kills. They did really good in the first game. Really, really well in the first game. What is this? Is this a... It is an M4. Interesting. I'm hearing that 4K Fright's using an AK-117. He is not. That's an HVK, ladies and gentlemen. That's an HVK. TikTok trying to say something that's not true. There's Longneck right in front of Ivy. This is a team you don't really want to fight here, but I tell you what team is fighting. Sofacito and COD Ninja's Marana team. Oh dear, Lag's able to kill Sofacito with the pistol. Lands right in there. And now it's all down to COD Ninja to make something happen. Able to get a revive back onto one of his teammates, so they should stay alive for a little bit longer. It seems like they're actually trading points here based off the kills, which is actually kind of good for both teams. Vector, what are you up to? Outside the zone, classic Vector, not surprised. Any of the teams in the top got any kills? Only Bardax. 1 kill for him. Cheyenne, thank you very much. As they're now looting up, they should be able to get a full arsenal drop here, as Bardax has 68,000. They should be able to get all that cash together. 86,000 now for him, so they should be able to get 2 loadouts here if the fire seal's on. Good stuff for them. Again, main team, no kills. Really lackluster performance that we've seen from...
Airdrop has been delivered.
Holy Father is the top fragger in this game. Holy Father has the most kills of anyone in this game. This has got to be a first. Is Holy Father now one of the best players? I know he's one of the biggest players, but one of the best? No shot? They're gonna hunt this guy down. I actually hope Holy Father gets this kill instead of one of the other players. There he is, Holy. Land the shot, able to land him once. Bang! Come on, Holy Father, get it. Get it! Get the kill! We want you to get, no! Tokyo stole it. Oh my. Either way, these guys 7 on the board here. From the team of 4K Overload. Holy Father, by far the most top fragger in game number 2. Look, very few kills going around. There's still 24 teams left alive. The only team to die so far is from Nigeria. As I actually want to hop on board with Balor's team. They've got 6 eliminations, and they've kind of just been farming COD Ninja in his roster. This is the second game, ladies and gentlemen. The second game of the tournament. It's a 7-game series. These guys are doing very, very well, but I want to see a team that's actually fighting, and that would be Ivy. Able to take down a couple of players there. There's a few more up the hill. Smoke bombers being used, but they spotted the other teammates. They would need to take the car out as soon as they possibly can. Don't think it's going to be a possibility, though. As they make it into the zone. They're trying to get into the zone as well, being Ivy. How far away is it? Ooh. Interesting. Not a personal favorite for me. I don't really like zones over on the right side of the map, but could be good for Ivy. They do have a lot of movement, and snowboards can come in handy over there. As we'll hop on over to team number 15. This is OBN's team, the AI TikToker. Makes the best AI content, him and Ziz. Looks like nobody's around them, so they're safe for now. The team that won last game being Fury, still alive as well, but they have 0 eliminations so far. So a low point game for them. It seems like everyone is playing a little bit more passive. A little bit more passive inside of game number 2. They understand that it's a marathon, not a sprint, but finally we're seeing 4K main in a fight here against Latin America. They've spotted Magic's team, and they were able to take one of them down, getting a full elimination onto him. Tom's the player that was able to do it, along with Super Jeff. Nope, he's been pushed into the zone. Now using his snowboard to get out of the situation. Never mind, he wants to take this fight. It looks like they're going to go up the zip line. They need to use a medic to their advantage here. ASAP. Medic needs to be used to heal up all of the teammates. Alright. That's their team that they're shooting at. Neroza. Also around. It's only Ross and Magic up on top. They have a player over to the left-hand side. This is a fight outside the zone, and they're really far from the next one. Look how far outside of the zone these 2 teams are. They know this first zone doesn't hit for a lot, but this is a fight they want to take. They need more points on the board, especially after their lackluster performance from both different teams in game number 1.
The safe zone is collapsing.
Are they going to go? It seems like they're just going to leave it at that. They're going to get out of this situation, surely. Yep, that's exactly what they're going to do. They've got snowboards to their advantage. I'm not sure if that team they were fighting from Latin America do have snowboards. We'll have to wait and see. But they're getting out of there entirely with all 4 of their players still alive and a point on the board to them. Look at that. Ross, Kid, and Patata die outside the zone. If they were smart, they would run back. If they were smart right now, they would have seen that on the kill feed and known that that was the team they were fighting, run back and kill them. But I don't think they know that. All it would take would be for Neroza. Watch. All it would take would be if Neroza went back with his medic. he could confirm these kills over onto Patata, as he's died outside the zone. Look at this. 2 knocks, 3 knocks outside the zone for this roster. They could have got 4 kills and a wipe instantly onto this Latin American team, especially since they all went in a medic and were able to heal up. Either way, let's hop onto a different team here as MJ is in a little bit of a fright against Vector's team, able to take down 2. Not sure where Vector is in this situation, but we'll hop on board with him and see what he's up to. I seen him kill one of the Ivy players as well, as he's looking like he's going to go over to 4K Jokers. A lot of people trying to call out different teams for using the AK-117. I highly doubt it, chat. But yeah, this guy's not using the AK-117. I really doubt it. As Ranzu is trying to find one of the Paris players. He's the last alive on the team. Doesn't know where they are. There's only 1 player left in the roster. He's hiding right there. Madnan, you can keep up to date with the rules and see if any of them have used it. Madnan, honestly, just keep a tab on the TikTok chat, because I usually tell you if somebody does something wrong. And they're very spammy at it too, so you'll not miss it. 4K Ranzu opting to fight against this team on top of the hill. This is a pretty unknown team. It features Alexis, the team captain, and they're deciding whether or not they want to take the fight. Nagy using a ride tech, but not able to land any shots against them. That player from Paris is still below them as well. Winter in a little bit of a fight here. We'll hop on board with these guys. 11 eliminations! 11? From Holy Father's 4K team? Bro, this might be the first game they ever win in any of our tournaments. Oh. They've spotted Mello. Oh, this could be free pickings if they have a couple of more SMRSs. It looks like a DLQ Omega Maywalt mag's gonna be sniped onto Holy Father from the side. Remy still trying to use the SMRS to his advantage, not able to get any knocks onto them. Winter's going away in his Jackal. That is a crazy Jackal spot. SMRS is being used along with an FHJ. He spotted the entire... Oh my god, Slayer team! Oh no! Winter's able to take down Low-Tech. Slayer's still alive, but he gets the kill onto Winter instantly. Low-Tech should be able to get revived here unless he died while he was knocked. He did die. Did they get the kill for that? They did. Phenomenal job. It looks like Tokyo is also getting kills here. This is the best we've ever seen this team perform, but now they're in a little bit of a tight situation as they're getting 3rd and 4th party from multiple different rosters. Looks like Remy's trying to land some shots here. He's using the AK-47. That's a surprising gun to see inside of a tournament, but as we said, AK-117 is banned. That's the rule for this tournament. And now we're getting to see multiple different guns being used. We're seeing AK-47s being used. We're seeing Odin's being used. We're seeing BP-50s being used. We're seeing SMRSs being used. We're seeing everything, Type 19s, anything at all being used right now, ladies and gentlemen, as Remy picks up another, and that's 14 kills on the board for Holy Father's 4K Overload roster. Oh my god, Holy Father gets a nade kill through the door. Can he get the confirmation, though? That's the question. Another nade comes through, surely. Oh, he puts it over to the side. Bang! Able to take him down. Basu's out of this game. Shots go down. Holy Father picks up Lewis Gaming, and now there's only 1 player left on that team. What's he gonna do here? Smoke Bomber goes down. Holy Father also has Smoke Bomber. He's gonna get out of this situation entirely. The player gets back the tag, but can they stay alive? 4K's also coming through in the chopper. They might land over on Remy. Hopefully not. That would be a little bit of Filipino on Filipino action. We don't want to see that happen in this fight, as Holy Father's still alive with 6 kills total. This is the best performance we've ever seen from the 4K Overload roster since we started these tournaments almost 2 years ago. They'd never be able to perform this good in the past, but kind of keep their performance up a little bit longer here. Holy Father able to get back his teammate's Tokyo tag. We're hoping they're able to get back Winter's tag as well later in this game. Winter, of course, surrounded by Slayer and the boys. SMRS goes down now with the land at the Smoke Bomber, of course, comes through from Holy Father to allow them an exit strategy, but I think they're going to die here. I really don't see them being able to rotate through Paris and through not only Slayer's team, but a couple of different 4K teams over on the left-hand side, along with the team further back alongside this cliff. Hopefully they make it. I doubt it. They have a medic that they can use with Remy and Holy Father still alive. They've got a medic, Smoke Bomber, and Tokyo's rocking a rewind. So technically they could go into the zone late game, but that zone's about to start ticking for a ton of damage. Looks like 2 a tick right now. As it closes in, it could be 3 a tick, so this is about to start kicking. And let me see if Remy has that upgraded. Okay, luckily he has it upgraded. Let's switch on to a different team right now, and we'll come back and see these guys later. As it looks like Leek Wagner's in a little bit of a fight, able to take down 2. Alexa's team, I believe, has just been wiped by them. 8 total eliminations from this roster. Oh, dearie me, here comes Slayer. If you see Slayer kill one of your teammates, you know it's not going to be a good time. 12 eliminations from this team. Lowtech's obviously on a donut right now, only because he died to Winter's Jackal. I'm sure if he didn't die to that, he would have a lot more kills right now. We know he's one of the best players in the entire world. Holy Father's team now getting picked apart from the tippity top of that mountain. They need to use a Jackal to get into the zone, if you ask me. Let's hop on board with them. A Jackal being used here would be amazing. It is sitting right there. They could get 2 players back with the Jackal. That's not the play. They should have taken Tokyo and Holy Father in the Jackal, got back into the zone, and then left Remy with a medic. Now they're going to be fighting other rosters right in front of them, and they're probably going to die here. Holy Father needs to use a smoke bomber if he can get it into this position. Tokyo gets killed. Remy gets killed. It's all down to Holy Father. This is going to be a sacrificial lamb to another Filipino team, and they all die rotating into the zone. They unfortunately should have taken that Jackal, and now they die early after a phenomenal performance from Holy Father's team in game at number 2. Slayer struggling a little bit to get away here. He does have all of his teammates left alive. Blake's able to take down one of the girl players. 14 eliminations on the board. This is a really solid game for the European teams. Specifically, Lowtech's and Slayer's Eternity roster. Oh my god! A cross-map Tempest straight onto 4K Fright. See you later, alligator. Lobby time for you, as only 3 of your teammates remain. It's going to be Nagi, Ranzu, and Akaza right up in front of Slayer's team. They're being ultra aggressive here. 16 kills on the board. Shots go down, able to take down TSG Nero here. This is the best we've seen Slayer and Lowtech's team perform since they had iCannon and Bull Balls on the roster a couple of months back at the end of 2025. The last tournament these guys have won was the Alcatraz event, where they won with 100 MS. The only team to ever win a tournament on that kind of crazy ping. Lowtech's able to take down another. We're going to hop on board a different roster that's on the high ground here as Ranzu's taken down by Lowtech's. Negi's still alive along with Akaza, but they're probably going to go down as well. There you go. Akaza gets shifted onto as well. And now Black and White are going to take down Negi. See you later. Another 4K team drops as the third party comes through from Slayer and the entire roster of Eternity. These guys are having an absolute bloodbath here on the side of this cliff face. 19 total eliminations in this game alone, and they're about to get into the top 10 for teams. Necro able to take down Hasbilla, and Lowtech takes down one pull. 20 total eliminations. Looking phenomenal. Going into this late game, there comes the confirmation of the kill. That's them up to 21 total eliminations. 9 teams left alive, 18 players. They almost have a quarter of the lobby left on their team alone. Very few full rosters left. It looks like only other full team probably is going to be Bardax's roster, which is known as Bop. They spotted Loading outside of the zone right now. I think Loading may be their medic player. We'll hop on board with him. He's not. He's going to die outside of the zone. Unfortunately, not their medic player. So he's going to fall early on. Secret also last alive on TSG. They got 13 kills. This should be a good game for them if they can stay alive a little bit longer here. Secret, unfortunately, going for a little bit of a man play. Don't know about this play, but it's going to work out for a little bit longer. Oh, he's able to take down one, and the Trapmaster's still in play. Can he get another? I don't think it's likely. He lands into multiple different teams. How are you still alive? Garena movement at play here, ladies and gentlemen. Still up and at him. 5 teams left alive. Secret, a one-man army, trying to stay up for a little bit longer. How has he made it this far? How are you still up in this game? This is an absolute miracle. He dies finally. Going back over to Slayer. 26 eliminations for the European team. 10 on the hands of Slayer alone. There comes his 11th. And now in a situation where they have half of the lobby left on their team. Only 8 people up. Necro finally dies to Kust. 3 players still alive, though they haven't won it just yet. Flex, Lowtech, and Slayer left alive. It's a 3v3v1 situation. They're going for ultimate low ground here as the zone is going to move in just a moment. They have a little bit of time to work with. Wagner takes down Slayer. This is a collapse of the gigantic proportion here, as they should have won this game. Nade goes down. They're collapsing on the main stage. 28 eliminations. They're not going to win this game. They should have won it, but unfortunately Wagner takes down another And it's all down to low techs. They're finishing in second place, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to die to the zone, and the win goes to Bob. After a first game 0-point performance, Bob are able to win game number 2 with Bardax as their team captain and a bunch of kills to push them up on the leaderboard. Phenomenal performance from 4K Overload this game. Phenomenal performance by Bob. Finally, a little bit of a comeback there from them in game number 2. And of course, Wagner. What a clutch towards the end. Able to stay alive as a solo for so long. Pick up a couple more kills. Really good job for the Long Necks team as well. As we pull up these kill counts, I'm pretty sure they ended with 28 kills. That's the most kills we've seen in a game this tournament so far. A 28 second place performance is going to give them 38 points. And they're going to skyrocket up this leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. Pian, thanks very much, Brusky. As you look along, you can see up first place, not a lot of kills. They're actually going to get way less points than Slayer's team did just there because they didn't get even close to as many kills. I mean, Slayer team almost got 20 more eliminations than the next team that finished in first place. But they're still going to get about 24 points for that game. You go further down the list, you can see Wagner coming in there with 8 kills by himself. He's from the Long Necks team. They finished in 3rd. It looks like first place Latin America, 2nd place Europe, 3rd, 4th, 5th, all from Philippines, 6th, another Latin American team, and then down at 7th, we've got a mixture of Nigeria and Europe as well. So far, it seems to be quite a variation of different teams finishing on the tippity top, but mostly it seems like Philippines are just setting up a consistent, solid top 5 performance from many different rosters. We'll go further down the list. You can see Fury. Really bad game from them. They only got 4 kills with a 9th place finish. Not consistent like they wanted to be here. Balor's team also getting a ton of kills, but they never can survive long enough to get points for placement. Only getting 1 point for that placement that they ended up placing in for game number 2. There's Ranzu's team. They finished in 12th. They got a lot of kills. Chat, I know we were talking about the collapse of Slayer's team towards the end, but they still got 28 kills and a 2nd place finish, so that's 38 points. The real collapse happening here is 4K main. 4 kills, 14th place. That's a rough one. That's a rough one. When the Overload roster is doing better than the main roster, you know something's up. I wonder if it's their communication. I wonder if some sort of mechanical skill has gone wrong. Maybe they haven't been playing enough recently. But brother, I don't even think they're going to be in the top 10 after game number 2. I really don't think they're going to be in the top 10. Quick shout out to Oops Sorry chat. I've just been informed that he's watch partying the stream. Let's go. Back in 4K. I was told some lore that he actually started 4K. I don't know if that's the truth, but apparently he's the godfather of the entire clan. So shout out to Oops Sorry for watch partying this tournament. Hopefully his team can be able to bring back at least a podium finish. We'll go further down. You can see there's the other 4K roster finishing in 16th place. Bad position, but what a phenomenal job they did there to actually get as many 17 kills in a 16th place finish. See if they won this game, they would be in the top 2, top 3 positions for sure. Further down the list, we'll go right down to the bottom here. You can see where everyone else finished. To be honest, everyone down in this kind of area kind of finished the game where I would have expected them to. The only kind of outlier here would be the 4K Overload team. Not because of where they finished, but the amount of kills they got so early on was spectacular. The girls team finished just ahead of them, and then, like I said, a disappointing performance for the main GOATs. The back-to-back winners are suffering from success here. 14th place, 4 kills. We're getting the total scores tallied up here for you, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching any of the watch parties, or if you have multiple streams open right now watching all of your favorite players and the main broadcast, make sure to follow those main players that you're watching or any of the watch parties, because I'm sure they would appreciate it. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the watch parties or my page as well. I'd appreciate that too. Either way, chat, we're getting the scores tallied up for you, and we got confirmation that nobody used the AK-117, chat. Confirmation that nobody. Also, shout out to other watch parties. We've got Zaina, Kingney, Scylla, Synth is watch partying. My man, Broski Synth. And Prime Minister? Prime Minister. Don't know who. Chat. Anna, Prime Minister? Huh. You mean the Prime Minister of the UK? Is that what you're talking about? Either way, we're getting ready for game number 3. The scoring is almost complete, and we'll put the graphics on the screen as soon as we can, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, he meant the Prime. Prime, the African player. I see. I know Prime. I know Prime, chat. How many rounds is it? Somebody is asking. It is 7 rounds. If you're watching on the main YouTube broadcast, I'm going to put something on your screen here just for the rules. Remember, AK117 is banned. Teaming up is banned. There's 25 squads, 100 players. All regions are allowed to play in this. I don't discriminate against any regions whatsoever. We want people from all over the globe to participate in these tournaments. You know how I am. Point system, 15 points for first. Second place, 10 points. Third place, 7 points. Fourth place, 5 points. 5th place, 4 points. 6th, 7, 3 points. 8th and 9th, 2 points. 10th is 1 point. You get 1 point per kill, and that's the prize pool as follows, chat. Getting into game number 3, though, I'm going to go ahead and update the scoreboard on your screen right now. It should be updated in under 10 or so seconds. YouTube, you are good to go right now. After game number 2, you can see Eternity actually going into first place. This is phenomenal. We haven't seen Slayer and Lotex dominate like this since 2025. They arguably had the most dominant run that they've ever had, or any teams have ever had recently. And then they fell off after losing their teammates. But they found 2 new guys, Necro and Flex, to come in as their substitutes, and it may be their main roster going forward. We'll have to wait and see if they can stay up in the tippity top of the mountain. As a couple of people land over on New Vision City. It's a team that we're not really that familiar with. It looks like they might even just get out of there ASAP, as I believe that's Bop down below them. The team that won last game. They're going to be fighting. Oh my gosh, there's 3 different teams landing here. Actually, there's 4 different teams. One of the teams actually got out of the situation entirely, but we still have long necks over here. I can see Bob on the tippity top of New Vision City, and then of course down towards the bottom we have Team Black and White. Any ideas why they're called that? I said it before in the intro of the tournament, but they feature European and African players, so you can take a guess why Chapo named the team Black and White. He's always naming them stupid names. 4K main. As you can see, on the top 10, they are not in it. This is the first time we haven't seen 4K main in the top 10 since 2025. First time. They're not even close to being in the top 10 right now. In fact, the top 10, first place, European. Second place, European. Third place is Filipino. Fourth place is Filipino. Fifth place is Filipino. Sixth place is Filipino. Seventh place is Latin America. Too good at 8th place. I believe they're also, let me say this before I say anything wrong, they are also European. That's Balor's team. Then we've got 9th place is Latin America, and 10th place is Africa. So we've got players from pretty much all across the world, but it seems like Europe, for the first time in a while, on top? For the first time in a while? Man, can you get me an update on the MS? I know the first game was, more so Asia server. Was the second game also Asia server, or did it flip back? It's up on board 4K main, not in any fights right here, but it looks like 4K Overload don't have a team on them anymore, as Soy Topo's team have actually rotated out of this situation, and they do not want to take this fight, it seems like. Speaking of teams that are taking fight, Leap is in a fight right now. Wagner's also been eliminated. This seems like it's going to be a battle of EU and Philippines this time around, ladies and gentlemen. Hidlat and Hasbun still alive. Not up to much, though. They're rotating out of this situation, and I want to hop on board with Ivy. Keep in mind, Ivy are not known for being a big team. They got through here via the qualifier that we hosted yesterday. Remember, every single tournament that we host, we have a qualifier for any players in the world to participate. You just need to be 18 plus years of age to make it to the finals, because that's Activision ruling. It's not my ruling. It's Activision for the tournaments to be above board for their legal team. They require everyone to be above the age of 18. And Ivy, of course, are the team that qualified from it yesterday. They've been performing really well. They're actually in 5th place position. Shots going down here. It's going to be a striker. Wouldn't take that fight. He's going to go back in for it. He's got his teammates right behind him. Pengola goes down. And now it's back down to only COD Ninja left alive. Bad spot for them to be in. COD Ninja's team, very per performance here, ladies and gentlemen. Very per performance indeed. I got updates. The EU were actually on 80 MS for game number 2. So it's not crazy bad. Good enough for Slayer and the boys to get 28 kills. And this game, they're also on 80 MS. Well, just to keep you guys updated on who is on what. Madman, can you get me an update on every region and where they're situated? Girls team, are they fighting someone? I see them. Oh, no. Okay. Catchy, you know, you're just using your sword to your... That's a Ferg throw if I've ever seen it, ladies and gentlemen. That is a Ferg throw if I've ever seen one. Oh, there we go. As Holy Father would say, never do it again. Ivy lost one of their players. They're back in a revive. What the heck happened here? What happened here? Huh? They must have third-partied a team. Absolutely, they must have third-partied a team. But I want to go in and see what fights are happening right now as Tokyo has been able to take down somebody with a knock here. Not get a full kill just yet, but a knock comes through. Rami's unfortunately fully eliminated. I can see him going down. Yep, there it is. Fully down. Tokyo last alive in the team. Holy Father hasn't been revived just yet, but Winter's coming back through the revive flight. COD Ninja dies. That's going to be his team eliminated. Remember, they qualified yesterday. They qualified through the open bracket yesterday afternoon, and now they have died at the start of every single game. So the only team that came through the qualifiers that is performing well is Ivy.
Airdrop has been delivered.
I'll hop on board with them as well, as it looks like Ivanhoe has got another kill. It's going to be against Paris. This is his team from Africa. Paris Blonde, last alive, and the team will hop on board the lake, see if he can find him. Spots his footsteps. What's he going to do in this situation? Not much, I would say, as he's going to die, and that's Paris fully eliminated. Hacker Blonde, Larry, and another out of the game. Game number 3 underway here, and Ivy have 9 total eliminations. There's a possibility that Ivy actually win this tournament. There's definitely a possibility. Latin America on 80 MS. Africa, unfortunately, have the worst MS of any region right now, which is probably why Paris died so early. They weren't really able to do much. And we've got Asia sitting at about 50. If any of the teams were from India, they would get such good team MS, but it seems like India as a region kind of really don't have a solid roster to go into these tournaments with. Hopping on over to 4K Overload. They still have 3 players alive. Holy Father's back into the action. Tokyo's unfortunately dead by OBN. I wonder will he clip that. He killed one of the 4K players. Remy's back through the revive flight as well. Up and now on over to 4K main. These guys have been having a very bad performance. I mean, they're not even in the top 10 of the tournament. The first time we've ever seen that happen, especially this far into it. We're in game number 3 if you just joined the tournament broadcast. Game number 3 and still not in the top 10. TSG also, they're doing all right compared to 4K Overload. But 4K Overload, I would argue, they're punching above their weight of what we're used to from them. So that's not bad at all. I want to go on to see what Loading's up to, though, because Loading and his team have been having a very good performance. I mean, Fury Esports are currently sitting in 2nd place. Senior J able to take down a player right there. That's going to be another European team. They're able to take down Claude. That's Balor's roster. The question is, where is Balor in all of this? Did the team get wiped? I can't see them. Nope, they're still alive. Balor's team lived to fight another day, but the other roster is right beside them. They've only lost 1 player. They're actually going to rotate away from this. They don't have many kills this time around like they did last game. So they're going to rotate out of that situation entirely, and we're going to hop on board with TSG as they take down a Latin American roster, able to take down 2 right now. I think they were able to take down 3 as DNR Jachi's right beside them. Nero trying to get an FHJ onto that player. Not able to take them down, unfortunately, for him.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Oh, an African team's coming in here from the side. The roster was fully eliminated that TSG were fighting just moments ago. Now, it looks like they're going to try and take down Slayer's African team. I'd like to hop on board with them and see how they push into this. They've got a medic to use, and Stalker apparently not wanting to get full health here from that medic. That's interesting. If you ask me, I would have got full health right up to 100 based off the medic, but they haven't gone for it, and it looks like they're not going to go for the fight here either. TSG. They went a little bit more aggressive and aggro with their push style. But now they're going to rotate around as well. Shots go down. It looks like an FHJ was used right there. Probably from TSG Nero. Yep, there it is. It's still in his hand for now. Remember, the only rule here is no AK-117, as Holy Father picking up another elimination for this game. Last game, we've seen him get at least 6 kills. This game, we've seen him get 1 knock. He didn't get the confirmation of the kill, surprisingly. I don't know what he did right there, but I've seen him in the kill feed. Maybe Tokyo took it from him. I don't know what happened.
Engaging the enemy.
It goes down. They've spotted Soitopo across. Able to land a couple of shots here. It looks like Soitopo doesn't even have any plates, as Holy Father dies to an SMRS. Remember, SMRS is perfectly legal here. The only thing banned is an AK-117. Remy goes down as well, only leaving Tokyo last alive. They're in a bad spot this game. Tom finally getting a kill, though. DeRosa gets off another knock here onto Savage. This is another African pro team headed by Malay. Snowboards used. Oh dear. Super Jeff in an interesting spot here. Nerosa's been picked apart, and now Tom's coming in for the third party from behind. Get also picked apart here. This Filipino roster is dropping fast, but Super Jeff comes through with a little self-revive right there, able to pick them off, and I think that team actually surprisingly got fully eliminated from the self-revive of Super Jeff. Good stuff from him.
Your teammate will return to the battle.
4 eliminations on the board. Still not going to be able to make it into the top 10 based off this performance. They need more kills, and a lot of them, if they want to stand a chance of even being in the top 10. We'll hop on over to Flex here as he's able to take down Kus, surely. Oh, not just yet. They're going to land on him, though. This is going to be Slayer and the boys here from Eternity. Lotex still following him around. There's 4K Fright in the mix, too. They've decided they don't really want to take this fight, but now the snowboard's being used. Flex trying to get into the zone alongside these other players. Oh, dearie me. Is he going to get away from this? I think he is. He made it out of that situation. Good job to him. Now, 3 teams fighting in New Vision City. It's going to be Eternity. It's going to be 4K Jokers. And it's going to be another Latin American roster. Ooh, DLQ Omega Maywatt mag being used here. Not able to land the second shot. There it comes. Lands the second. Gets the third onto Nagy. A full kill should come through here. Bang, able to confirm it. Flex now going up to the tippity top of New Vision City. Goes along the side here. Akaz is right beside him. Is that Ranzu also right there with him too? Misdirection gets popped. We're going to hop on to Lotex as he's in a fight against Fright. Able to take him down. Another player over onto the side to the left of Lotex. It's going to be Ranzu. Shots land. It's going to be Necro landing those shots, but he gets away to fight another day, and it seems like Tom finally getting a couple of kills here. That's going to be on the Stalkers team. 6 eliminations so far. This could be what they needed to get into the top 10. Remember, 4K men have won back-to-back tournaments, and in this one, they are not doing good whatsoever. Shots have been spotted over onto COD God. He gets eliminated. See you later, alligator. Along with movement. That could be them. Eliminated. It is. Another African team falling, unfortunately. 8 eliminations here from the main roster. 4K. We're going to hop on board to a European team now. As you can see, Yuri's still alive here. Only 1 elimination. Another African team down. The team number 15 headed by OBN. They have 1 elimination as well. And now team black and white. Insolent has 3 and Yama has 1. The African European hybrid team staying alive. Could do good in this tournament. They've been performing average so far, but a 1-game swing is all it would take for them to go skyrocketing up the leaderboard. Double SMRS? Double SMRS? Are we being serious? Bro, I know SMRS isn't banned, but brother, double SMRS. God, Vector, really? You're gonna make people vote to ban the SMRS again after this performance, brother? Where's his teammates? All right, they might as well be in Blackout, you know? They like, what is this? What is this? They're out in the middle of nowhere. All right, they're beside the Nooktown house. Are we playing multiplayer? No. We're playing isolated, and it looks like Vector's the only player on the team anywhere close to any other rosters here. as the zone is about to collapse right now, which is going to make a lot of teams die going into the next one. 4K main still alive. It looks like Fury's in a little bit of a fight here. We should hop on board with them and see what they're up to. Oh, never mind. All right, they're safe for now. Fury, only 2 players left here. They're up in the tippity top of the leaderboard. They're in at 2nd place. They only have 3 kills in this game, so if they die now, they will drop down into top 5 at least. They've spotted a couple of players beside them. It's going to be Zluth and Senior J last alive for the team. The other 2 guys are coming back in the revive flight. So they should be good for now. We'll hop on over to the Super Jeff 4K main roster as TSG Nero gets picked apart right there. The rewind goes back. Could this rewind garner him another kill? I'm not sure. It's not going to come down. Layla gets out of that fight instantly. Doesn't want to take it at all. They'll probably get that revive flight card and be able to get back their teammate here.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Are you all right, Holy Father? Interesting use of Smoke Bomber. Don't know if it was needed, but he's still alive, which is good. I doubt he's going to be able to get back one of his teammates, but I mean, stay alive for as long as possible, Holy Father. We love to see it. We'll hop on over to Tom. These guys still up and at him. They got all 4 of their players left alive. It seems like they're fighting another team. That's actually Fury. They would be able to take them down here in a 4v4 situation. Fury have very weak players. Shots go down. Super Chief's able to take down 1. Can he take down a second there? Another player gets knocked from the side. It's going to be a 3rd party from Black and White team. And Fury, unfortunately, losing pretty much every player from their team just off of that push. See you later, alligator. I think they might be actually fully wiped. Don't see any of their players left alive. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and assume that they got completely eradicated from game number 3. 11 kills from the main roster. They're gonna go ahead and push on to Black and White right here. They've spotted them. This is gonna be a massive fight. Fright and Akaza still alive. Now Akaza with his death, it's only going to be down to Fright. He's probably going to die off here instantly from Balor's team, if not Super Jeff's main roster. There's also another team inside of that building, Black and White. We've got a Latin American team. We've got the Filipino roster coming from behind. We've got a Filipino roster up front, and we've got another European team in here. Balor's roster known as Too Good. Bardax's Bop's roster coming in. It's going to be known as Bope. Able to take down Fright right there. Bardax from the side. This zone is very small now, ladies and gentlemen, as 4K main could take the high ground from above all of the other rosters. They're in a good position to do so. They don't want to get 3rd party from behind, though. That would be the only thing that would really hurt them, as Bardax, unfortunately, getting knocked from the Latin American counterpart roster. Luis Flory able to take them down. Chris Holiday Bolivia last alive with the team. I don't know why he solo pushed that. He may have gotten a little bit too aggressive there. TSG also still in the game with a lot of kills. Heading now over to our current leaders. We've got Eternity Zenith here. Still alive. 4 kills on the board, so a little bit lackluster in terms of performance with kills, but 15 teams still alive in this zone is absolutely insane. I can't believe there's still so many teams left up. It's going to be a bloodbath here in just a second, as it seems like the girls roster is fighting against Vector in the team. SMRS being used. Ivy's also in the fray here. Vector outside of the zone. He could land a couple of knocks here over onto Ivo and a couple of other players. Yes, he does. Ivo goes down. He's going to die outside of the zone. See ya later, alligator. You are fully eliminated. Vector, go on top of the roof. Nope, he's not going to go and do it. He's going to die right from the side here. Taken down quickly by Ivy. More kills coming in. We'll have to hop on board with Kurohama. He's gone into the zone, luckily, just right now. 2 players left for the Ivy roster. They have 13 kills, but Lotex is right beside them. This is the kill and point leaders in front of them now. Dre and Kurohama trying to get into the zone. Flame, last player alive for the girls team here. Oh, 1 HP. That's so unfortunate. The kill's going to go to somebody else, and it's going to go to TSG. Kurohama still inside of the zone on the tippity top of the building. This could be a good spot for them to get another knock. Maybe even a kill. Slayer able to take down the remaining player from the team Ivy. Kurohama last alive. 13 kills on the board here. He's going to rotate into the next zone, but not before Kus can kill him from the side. See ya later. Kurohama's knocked and he's eliminated. Patata staying alive for a little bit longer as well. TSG have a ton of kills here. 18 on the board. As it looks like Super Jeff's team, 4K main, are still alive with 12, but only 2 players remain. Overload also out of this game, and it all comes down to these remaining Filipino rosters to have a little bit of pride for their region. Shots go down. Not gonna be able to kill him. DLQ Omega Maywalk Mag also being used against Guh. GG Jam outside of the zone. He does have medic, so he will stay alive. Tom and Guh, last players alive for the team. They need to go for placement here. There's still 10 different teams alive. We're hopping on board to another Filipino roster now with 19 total eliminations. It looks like they're the top dog daddies for game number 3 when it comes to kills. Layla able to take down 2. Oh my god. 2 eliminations coming through. They're up to 19 elims here. Phenomenal SMRS from Lay, formerly known as Layla. Low-Tech's on the other side of this hill, though. We'll hop on board with him here, see if he can make something happen. Potatoes over there. Easy kill for him. Nicely done with the Striker. Striker, the best shotgun for competitive play now, as it's been brought in as a ground loot weapon. You don't need a loadout for it any longer. 4 players from Balor's team. That's known as Too Good. They're in the top 10 leaderboards as well. Now third partying over on to Eternity. We've got TSG on the left. We've got Balor's Too Good roster on the right. And it seems like the 4K main roster are over here on the other side of the mountain. A lot of teams still alive. We've got 4 rosters up and at them. All of these teams are inside of the top 10 except for the 4K main roster. They're trying to make a little bit of a statement play here, but they only have 2 players in their team left alive. Now it's down to 1. Bad spot for Tom to be in here. He has rewind. Don't be fighting that. You're wanting to get as much placement points as possible. Low-Tech's also goes down here from Layla. A bad spot for them to be in. Shots go down, trying to provide a little bit of cover fire for Guh. He's able to get the self-revive in. And now they're in a spot where they could win this. They just need to take the high ground on it, and Guh goes for the high ground instantly. With Tom taking just below him, now they're in a serious position to win this game here. 2 players left alive. A lot of smoke bombers being used and a lot of different smokes. 4 players, unfortunately, alive for Balor's team. Rewind's been used. I don't even know what's going to go down here, but it looks like Tom's last alive for the team, and the win's going to go probably in favor of Balor's roster, and they take it with only 2 kills? Only 2 kills? For Balor's team? Not a chance they only get 2 kills at the end of that game. With all of those deaths towards the end, 2 elimination win. Buddy, you might as well have got 0 kills. Only 2 points for kills? Damn, Super Jeff's team finally back in the running to win the tournament. 15 kills and a second place finish is going to give them 25 points. We should see them get into the top 10 after 3 games for the first time this tournament. We go further down the list. You can see team number 7 finished in 3rd. That's going to be Low-Tech's team. They're currently 1st place, and they're going to maintain their 1st place position based off that performance. You can see TSG got 25 kills and a 4th place spot. That's going to skyrocket them up the leaderboards as well. Surely they'll be in and around the same place that Eternity is right now, number 1 and number 2 possibly. Fury Esports died a little bit too early that game to really contend against Low-Tech's and Slayer's team. Going further down, you can see a couple of different rosters falling out early. I wanted to see a little bit more from Bardax, but unfortunately, he pushed up too aggressive there and got sliced and diced by an entire team. I believe it was Lewis Flory's team inside of that house. Ivy, decent performance, but no placement points for them. They got a lot of kills here. They should still be in the top 5 realm at the end of game number 3. Further down, you can see the girls' team unfortunately died early. Holy Father's team died early along with 4K Jokers. There's Fury. 4 kills, no placement points. They're going to fall down a lot after that. Probably go out of even the top 5 based off the performance that we've seen from other rosters that are right beside them in total points. But as we go further up the leaderboard, you can see all of your favorite teams and where they were able to finish after game number 3, chat. Phenomenal performance from 4K main. Specifically Guh and Tom for staying alive for so long there in the end game. Tom got 8 eliminations. He's definitely came through as the carry here. And man, could we get an update on the MVP performances for these players? I'm actually interested and curious about them. Shout out to Yara Divine, Cheyenne, and Payne as well. Much love to you guys. And if you're watching any watch parties at home or any of the players that are watching the stream, make sure to follow them right now. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Make sure to follow the stream that you're watching right now at home, whether it's on TikTok or subscribe on YouTube to any of the players that you are watching stream these tournaments. We're getting those kills and placements updated for you guys as fast as possible. I'm going to give you a little MVP top 10 after game number 2. At 10th place for this tournament, not the total MVP. But for this tournament after game number 2, Secret is on 13, Dre's on 14, MJ's on 15, Wagner's on 16, Layla's on 17, Lotex is on 18, Loading is on 19, Flex is top 3 with 20, Neck Row is second with 22 total MVP ranking points, and up at the tippity top for our second tournament in this season, we've got Slayer in the number 1 spot for the MVP rankings of this tournament. You will know that Ge won the MVP last tournament, but can he maintain his MVP for the entire season and win that trophy? I'm not too sure. He may fall out of the MVP race this tournament if he doesn't pick it up. Luckily, they were able to do really good in game number 3, so fingers crossed they go up the ranking. As we're getting ready to go into game number 3, there's the list again for where everyone ranked. We'll go down it really quickly to see all of your favorite teams from Africa, from the Philippines, from Asia in general, Latin America, Europe, Middle East. All the boys are in here playing. And we're going to get ready for game numero 4. Me broski. Absolutely great game from, I would say, 4K Main had the best game there. And then second place, probably the team that finished in third would be TSG. Or 4th, sorry. Good job to them. They really needed that comeback, chat, because they were in a very bad position going into game number 3. They weren't even in the top 10. This should skyrocket them probably into like 6th, if I had to guess. Is that Berlin? I think Berlin just came in as a substitute player for one of the teams. We know Berlin from the clipping scene. Is Ferg hosting? I am indeed. I am indeed hosting. Much love, bro. Welcome to the stream. It's hard to believe I've been playing for 6 years. I agree, Jeff. It's hard to believe that a lot of us have been playing for 6 years. We're waiting for the final players to load into the game, chat. I'm going to take a sip of water now, so bear with me. Sip of water's coming in, and I'm also going to update the scoreboard while I take this sip of water, me Pookie Bears. Gonna update it over on TikTok first as we get ready for game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Game 3 is updated on TikTok. You can see where everyone is currently situated for the scoreboard. And there it is on YouTube as well. Right now, it's a very close match between Europe and Philippines. The closest Latin American roster to them is both, and they're down at 32 points and 8th place. We can see Poison Ivy, an unknown Filipino team with 46 points and 3rd place. Solid performance from them. The only thing banned in this tournament is the AK-117. If you haven't already bought that AK-117, you better do it, because it's the best Mythic 4 Battle Royale. It's the best Mythic 4 Battle Royale, and it has been for a very, very long time, especially with that aim assist. It's just too damn good. Okay, sounds good, man. Then did they not have the sub on their list of players? If so, unfortunate. IB is one of the top teams from the Garena region, chat, if you guys didn't know already. But they are fairly unknown on the main global stage across all regions. As soon as Stiller is ready, we will get into game number 4. I think that's a better way to do it, Madman. Well, I just sent you. Ivy. I say that could be an upset. Ivy could win this entire thing. Absolutely, they could win the entire tournament. If they have a couple of good games here towards the latter half of it, we're going into game 4. So they really have game 4, 5, 6, and 7. They have a solid amount of games left to keep consistent and have one really stellar game they can probably win. And it would be the first team ever to win from the qualifier stage, which would be crazy. We're getting into game number 4. Ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely, Madman. That should be allowed. Because that's what happens in sports, you know? Subs come in. As long as they're on the team sheet. If they're not on the team sheet, then it's totally understandable. Chat, as we head into game 4.
Here we go.
We're going to keep up to date where everyone is situated. Looks like 4K Overloader landing over onto crash site again, as expected. 4K main probably going to Ski Town. They were able to take that spot off of Ackman's roster. And he has now retired from playing in the global worldwide tournaments. RIP to the broski for now. Going on over to Leap. He's able to take down 2. That's going to be Team Black and White, losing 2 other players very early on here. He spotted Sweet Dreams as well. This is a hybrid team from Africa and Europe. Another team is also around here. So 3 teams are landing New Vision City. Looks like the kinetic and room from down below has been taken from MJ. 2 fill kills confirmed. There's still another 2 teams here other than Longneck. I'm gonna take a little bite of chocolate. My fiance friend is visiting us, and they give me chocolate, so I want to try it out. Very good, very nice. We'll hop on over to see where Mina has landed. I'm gonna guess it's Ski Time. As expected, the entire roster lands up there for snowboards. We're currently in the 4th round if you're just coming to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like Paris are getting some kills, finally. We'll hop on and see what they're up to. There they are. 1 kill on the board. I don't know where the other team is that they're fighting, but it seems like they're in Sakura, so they probably are in the opposite side of it. Ah, I see him now. Over on the other side of Sakura. Larry is rotating over to them right now. So they're in a good spot. 1 kill on the board. I don't know where the other players from the other team are, though. That was cool chocolate. Yeah. COD Ninja's team have had a terrible go of it this tournament so far. And to be honest, if they want to stand a chance of being in the money, they need to go hyper-aggressive. Now, they could go hyper-aggressive on this African team. This is going to be Mona's roster. COD Ninja spotted a player down below him. Mona and Stalker, the 2 most known and notable names from this team. This is going to be a pinch right here, ladies and gentlemen. A pinch could come through. Kinetic on the roof, they'll be able to use that to heal themselves up to full, if needs be. Looks like they're camping in here. They don't want to take this fight whatsoever. The push should come through. They should be able to push them from both different sides. Wow, look at that spot. Defender goes down. A couple of shots have been landed. A few SMRSs would be all it needs. Oh, there we go. COD God over on the other side. They didn't see him running through. Shots go down. He's going to get knocked as well. And now Stalker trying to make a play here to keep his team alive. COD Ninja's team in a little bit of a bad area here. Shots go down. 1 player left. It's going to be West. 2v1 situation here. West trying to use his ability to his advantage. It's going to go in his favor. Now it's down to a 1v1 situation. West last alive in his team. Mona last alive in the other. West trying to make something happen here through the smoke. Not able to land any shots. West does have a smoke bomber. Shots are going to go down here. He's running through. He knows he's right there. RPD in hand. Medic is being used. Both teams want to stay alive for as long as possible.
Your teammate will return to the battle.
Revive flight has been claimed by West. Now, I would assume they're not going to fight until their teammates come back in the action and are going to trade some points. Instead of taking this fight to completion. We'll hop on over to Secret. Some people seem to think that he's using an AK-117. He is not. You guys need to get your skins in check. There's been a lot of people calling out others on TikTok, but nobody has used it. And they really never do use banned guns. Very rare. We may get an accidental pickup, but nobody will ever actually use and kill with them. AK-47 is completely legal. It's only the AK-117 banned, ladies and gentlemen. Only one version of the AK. The 117, the best gun in the entirety of BR. 4K Overload, still alive. No kills on the board. Much like 4K Main and 4K Joker. What's going down here? Potato, are you in a fight? Doesn't look like it. We will see what is up with Eternity. Oh dear, they're landing on an African team here. Both of these teams have high MS. EU's on about 80 right now. Africa's on about 100. 20 MS is in it. We'll see if they can peek and push over onto Larry. Flex spots him. Knows he's down there. That should be an easy pick, and there comes the first knock on to Paris. This is going to be a collapse of Nigeria right in front of your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Flex gets the full kill, and now one of the players is going to push around the corner, only able to land one of the shots. What a movement from Flex to stay alive here. He just needs to heal up now. Not going to heal up. It's crazy. Going for a max push here onto Hacker. That's going to cost him his life. Luckily, his teammates are there to save the day. Lotex, Necro, and Slayer still alive. Paris, DN17. Last alive on his team from what I can see. There it is. His teammate gets wiped again. Unfortunate situation for them, but a great spot for Slayer's team, Eternity Zenith, to be in. They're able to stay on top of the leaderboard so far, and they're going to be even pushing their points further up into the lead based off this start. Holy Father spots the team inside of the helicopter, able to almost blow it up. That's going to be a Latin American team. They're going to go for the high ground. Probably not a good fight to tech. I would argue that they probably won't even tech the fight at all. Birdie's right beside them. Oh my god, what a play from Winter. Not only is he the best Jackal player in the world, he's the best at shooting them out of the sky. Lovely jubbly. First kill on the board here for this team. Good job from them. As I want to hop back on board to Lotex and Slayer. These guys are in a prime position to take back their crown as being the most dominant duo inside of Call of Duty Mobile, even on high MS. Keep in mind, a lot of players do like to complain about MS, but even on high MS, they were able to win a tournament in the past, being our Alcatraz event. And now, they could be able to win a isolated event on high MS. We'll go over on to Bob, aka Bope. No kills from them this time around. A Jackal gonna be used? Really? Really, Bardax? Interesting. Surprised to see that. Winter gets knocked right here. We'll hop on board with Rami. They're going to be fighting another Latin American team from across onto the other cliff face. Here comes Soy Topo. Can get the kill from behind. You need to land better shots than that. Rami, what's going on here? Oh my god, is he going to get turned on? It's a possibility. Nope, it's not going to happen, but he does get killed right after by the SMRS from the same player, Soy Topo, that he was shooting at. Bad situation for him to be in, especially since Soy Topo used the medic. They're up to 4 kills now, though, which is superb from them. Very, very good indeed. Could go up the leaderboard a little bit more than what they already are. As we've seen after Game 3, 4K Overload, we're sitting at 9th place. They've been performing decently well compared to what we're used to, but we're going to hop on to 4K main here as they're getting kills onto a different roster. Giz died outside of the zone, but they have 1 kill. It was only K9 unit that was knocked and full killed by this team, so not really much done in the way of points for 4K main. As we go on to page 2, I want to actually hop on board with an African team from Nigeria. These guys have 4 eliminations, and it looks like they're hunting down the Overload team. Going for loot here as they've lost a lot of their stuff, but the zone's going to come in at any moment. And then there will be a lot of fights and a bloodbath going into this next area of the map, over by Pipeline and Estate. Seems like they still want to fight Overload. They're definitely going for it. They're thinking about it. What do they want to do here? That's the question. They have a sniper. They don't have any SMRS except for Stalker. So they could get a quick knock here, but will that be likely to happen? I doubt it. Smoke Bomber comes down and it's now in usage. Only person on the other team that will be able to see through that is Holy Father, as he's the designated Smoke Bomber player for 4K Overload. They'll make their way into zone. They need to rotate anyway, but let's hop on board with TSG. They've got a little bit of a faster rotate here as they do have cars. They've spotted a player over on this cliff face. It's going to be Alexa. She jumps down. But they still could kill her as she's out in the open by herself. She decides she wants to shoot a gun. Don't know what that's about. She should have just went in and be forgotten about. That would have been the better play there if you ask me. TSG playing very aggressive here. They spot a player up on side of this house. That's going to be a free kill. Still or takes it down. See you later, Andy. Unfortunately, you are eliminated. A couple more players around the top side of farm here, but I don't think they realize where they are, so they'll not be able to get the kills. So let's hop on board with the roster of Longneck. Leave able to take down one. Lanai goes down. We'll hop on board to Kidlat. 1 player left, and Lewis Gaming falls. I think that's an entire team wipe right there. Good job from Longneck. It is a team wipe. Team number 23. See you later. We'll hop on board with Fury. They were first after game number 1, and they have fallen from grace here. They're sitting at 4th place position. Looks like they might go into a team fight here against COD Ninja's roster. This team have been performing very, very poorly. so far in the tournament. Shot goes down, but the Annihilator knock comes in. That's an amazing knock from Loading. We're used to Loading being very good with snipers, but now he's sniping people across the map with the Annihilator. Very well done for him, using the Street Fighter abilities to his advantage to get out of this situation and provide himself a little bit of mobility. Only one player has been fully eliminated for now. Sofito is getting SMRS, but I don't really see anything more happening to him. Oh dear. A helicopter's right above them. It's going to be 4K. I believe that's the main roster. It is. They need to hop out of that ASAP, though. You'll need to hop out of that. Yep, see you later, alligator. As we're actually going to hop onto a different team and watch them being Vector. He's actually just died. I wonder what Vector did right there to make him die. Not too sure, but his team are completely split. We haven't seen too much of Vector today. We'll have to hop on board and watch him a little bit more. Ivy's still alive here as well. They're number 3 on the leaderboard. For a Hammer takes down Geek Panda. That's a player from Vector's team. Bring them up to 6 total eliminations. Good job from them. 4K main. Bad start again. Not too much. They're actually losing players right now to Bardax's team. This will be Bope. Is there a player up on top of here? It looks likely. There's Holiday. Bolivia's still alive. Holiday goes down. Bolivia may or may not be the last player alive on this team. He's not. Kust is still alive. It's a 2v4 situation. Bolivia gets knocked and now it's all down to Kust. 4K main making a little bit of a statement against Latin America's region. But we're going to go ahead and hop onto a different roster, being Fury, because I can see them getting a lot of kills right now. And I believe it's Loading again with his Annihilator. He's got 2 eliminations so far. He's getting pushed by a different team. Didn't get to see what their names were, but he's going to go down further on the cliff. Ooh, it's the entire team. Able to hit 1, able to hit 2. Can he get a knock? No, he can't. A nade would have been amazing there, but not going to come through. Zluth is on the opposite side from him. And he spotted him. Loading. Basically a 1v4 situation. They may push him right out of this, and he doesn't have a good class ability to get out of the situation at all, using misdirection. Oh, dearie me. SMRS, of course, allowed in this tournament. Loading goes down, gets 1 tapped by it, and that's going to be all she wrote for him. We'll hop on back over to the 4K main team and see what they're up to. Updates on the MVP total for this tournament. Just this tournament, not overall for the league. This tournament, Slayer is still number 1. Layla is number 2. Necro is 3. Flex is 4. Lowtex is 5th. Seeker is 6th. Loading is 7th. King Raph is 8th. Actually, I think I missed up somebody out there, but either way, the top 5 is this, as I said it, as it stands. Super Jeff and Tom in a little bit of a fight here. 8 kills on the board for them. I believe they're able to get a couple more kills. So that will put them quite high up there for this game in total points, which should put them up the leaderboards. As 4 Kings main are currently 7th in the tournament thus far. This is game number 4, chat. This is game 4. Vector should be back into the action. Is he? Nope, he is not. He is still eliminated. We're going to hop over and see what Ranzu's up to here, ladies and gentlemen. They don't have any kills as a team. I wonder what they're doing. We're on the other side of the hill. We got 4K overload. Shots go down with SMRSs across the map. Not able to land anything thus far. SMRS definitely the best explosive inside a COD Mobile VR. TSG on the other side. They're using the same gun as well. SMRS once again being used. 2 other players I believe have it on. Yes, they do. And the other 2 are rocking different guns. It's almost more interesting to see AK-117 being banned in this. Maybe we could make this a regular thing to ban the AK-117. Just because it is so damn good. It is the best gun in the game with the Grim Ending / Memento Mori mythic skin. You can let me know in the chat if you think that should be a regular occurrence where we ban the AK-117, because I'm debating it now. Ranzu's still alive, along with a couple of his teammates. They're getting spotted though. That's going to be Sleuth right in front of them. A player from Fury. Shots go down. Sleuth should get eliminated here. Never mind, he takes down Fright. Oh my god. Ranzu used the Street Fighter ability to kill Zluth. I've never seen that in a tournament before. He's unfortunately gonna die, but I mean, my god. That was epic. Zluth coming back from a revive due to his teammates. He does have Medic, but he can't use it just yet, so we'll have to see if he makes it into the zone or not. I don't think he's going to make it in, unfortunately. He's going to have to get knocked again and then get self-revive, and then he can pop his medic ability. The medic should come through right here. He should pop it instantly for his teammates as well. There we go. It's going to be a quick one. Boom. Right down, ready for the team. Good job from him. They should all get back up to full health bar. It's going to be interesting to see how that medic works when we go into the new season update. A lot of stuff is changing in BR next season. If you didn't see for season 2, a lot of things are going to be different here. And Tom is able to get a kill on to Seeker. We'll hop on board with him and see what's going on over there. TSG fighting 4K main. Shots going down to Rose. Is able to take down Lee. Layla. Oh, medic's used as well. Quick work of Nero. And now TSG are down to 1 player. It's going to be Stiller trying to get out of the situation with the Garena snowboard movement. We're used to seeing this from a lot of the Garena Pro players. They've got very good snowboard movement, but unfortunately an SMRS could easily take him down here from any of these teams on the high ground. 10 kills total from this team. They can't get anyone back in a revive flight anymore, and it looks like Slayer and Lotex are still alive with 6 eliminations here. This is the team at the tippity top of the scoreboard here, 6 points ahead of TSG, and now with TSG bowing out early, only leaving one of their teammates alive, I think it's highly likely that they continue their lead going into game number 5. We'll have to see what happens here towards the end of this game. A lot of people are saying to make the AK-117 ban a regular occurrence. Opet's also died. That's the team from Latin America featuring Bardax. Unfortunate. Don't see a Vector coming back in a revive flight, and both of his teammates are knocked outside of the zone, so I'll see you later. COD Ninja last alive in his team. This is the team that qualified from yesterday. He's going to die here. See you later. That's actually Mellow, I believe, getting the kill over on to COD Ninja. Good job to him. A little frag on the main stage, chat. Love to see it. Stiller still alive. We'll hop on with him because he's just got another kill. 11 total kills for TSG. He's trying to stay alive for as long as possible. There's 13 teams up. Now in what looks to be a 1v3 with a third party right behind him. It's going to be crazy if Slayer even peeks over the side of that hill. It's going to be an instant kill if you ask me. The smoke is being used though. We'll hop on board with Slayer as they're now into a little bit of a fight against the Latin American team, I believe. Medic's being used right over on the side of that cliff. They're going to rotate into the zone. I'm not too sure what the team is up there, though. They've all moved in now. What's the team behind them? It is Magic's Latin America team as Slayer gets taken down quickly here by Tom. We'll hop on and see what he can do. Gez getting shot from the side. He's going to go down, and now it's all down to Tom of the 4K main roster. Shots go down. He takes down Lotex. That should be a full wipe kill, but he may die here from the side. Advanced shield is going to be used, but I think the push is going to come through, and that's going to be all she wrote for Tom. See you later. 4K main fully eliminated from this game. They did get a couple of kills, but not very many placement points. I think they're only going to get 1 out of finishing in 10th place. Sigma Dog. That's Holy Father still alive here. They've got 8 eliminations total. They could actually win this game. Will this be the first game that we ever see a win from Holy Father? Shots go down. Remy still alive. They got the whole roster up and at him. Looks like there's a team up above them. That's going to be Brotex. Flex third parties from behind. That's Slayer's team. On the high ground here, they need to work as a team. Holy Father's team absolutely could win this game. Smoke Bomber goes through. He spotted another player. Shots go down. M13 in hand. Can he do something? Can he make something happen here? Tokyo still alive. Remy and Winter all up. Buys right in front of them. They need to use a medic to their advantage. Who has the medic? It's going to be Remy. He's already used it. They're all into the zone for now. 8 kills, 4 players alive still on their team. They're third-partying rosters inside of this house. They need to not stay behind these barrels. If people have high ground, Slayer's team's going to take them down. And it looks like Slayer's team have been eliminated just now as well. It leaves it for 4K Overload to take this win. Remy takes down one through the house. Shotgun in hand. Claude pops the nade. Holy Father may die to it. It's not looking good for him. 4K winner goes through, gets a double kill. 10 eliminations for the 4K Overload roster. But unfortunately, Tokyo does get knocked. And Remy is eliminated entirely. Tokyo comes back with a self-revive here. 3 other players still alive. There's only 4 teams left up and at him. This is a chance for 4K Overload to finally win their first ever game inside of any of our tournaments. For the first time in 2 years, could Holy Father take a win? 11 kills for the team right now. They're using the building to their advantage. Winter, Holy Father, and Tokyo. Quite a trio here. Winter recently picked up because the Jackal is allowed in the tournaments. They don't have SMRS advantage. This is going to be a very hard fight for them to take, and unfortunately Wagner's in behind them. They're going to get knocked outside of the zone. See you later, Holy Father. Now a 3v2, a 1v3. They're going to lose it. Latin America Tech game number 4, and it's going to be Ross Kids roster. These guys are absolutely amazing when it comes to the Latin American region, and not only that, the global stage. An unfortunate situation for 4K Overload. They almost had it. They almost had their first ever win, but unfortunately, they fell short in at second place. We're used to seeing LATAM Prime perform well inside of these tournaments, and perform well they did today in this game. 15 kills and a first place finish is going to give them 30 total points. Surprisingly, Magic drops a donut, but luckily for them, Ross Kid comes in with 10. A phenomenal performance there. 11 kills and a second place finish for 4K Overload. This could be the first tournament where they finish inside the money. They're doing a really good job here. That's going to guarantee them about 21 points, which will put them up to 56 total points in this tournament thus far after game number 4. You can see Leap Wagner yet again, chat. He is griefing teams in the end game. He griefed Slayer's Eternity roster earlier in the competition, and now he has griefed Filipino's very own, Filipino's favorite team in the entire region, 4K Overload. You can see Balor's team bowing out in 4th place. They didn't get a lot of kills this game, kind of disappointing if you ask me. Slayer's team still doing solid with Lotex, Necro, and Flex. 7 kills there for Flex and 10 kills as a team. They're going to be in a solid position. I believe they get about 4 or 3 points there for placement as well. So they're going to be 13 or 14 points there going into game number 5, which could get them into the mid-80s for total points. I'm interested to see where TSG ended up. They got a lot of kills there in 7th place. Quite a lot of kills, actually. They were able to get 12. So they're not going to really close the gap too much here at all. They're just going to be right behind the Eternity Zenith again. 4K Jokers. Ranzu is a Joker. Indeed, not a lot of kills at all. I mean, they all dropped donuts for this game. At least they finished in 8th, so they'll get a couple of points for that. 9th place, we've got Fury. They were able to get 6 total eliminations with a 9th place finish, and that's going to get them 8 points for that game. They're not really going to go anywhere in the leaderboard, to be honest. 4K main finishing in 10th place, but a lot of kills from them, if you ask me. 15 kills and a 10th place, that'll give them 16 points. That will put them a little bit up the leaderboard. They'll be up to about 51 total points. But, actually, yeah, 51 total points. I read that wrong earlier. 4K Overload's on 28 and 4K Main's on 35 right now. That, oh, actually? I think 4K Overload's, they'll be primed to pass them. 4K Main and Overload will be right beside each other in total points right now if you count up their scores based off this game. Go further down the list, you can see Ivy. They failed miserably in this game, but they did get 8 kills to secure themselves some sort of points. And then right down to the bottom of the scoreboard, you can see Bob. Terrible game, finishing 15th. Pretty much finished dead last because 15th with 0 kills is no points whatsoever. And now at the bottom, you can see some of the worst teams in the competition bowing out early. We're getting these scores done for you guys right now. It's 7 games for the competition. The qualifiers are 5 games, but for the finals, it will always be a 7-game finish, chat. We like the 7 games. It brings us up to just over the 3-hour mark in terms of total games. It's looking really good for teams like Zenith Eternity, teams like TSG, and also teams like Fury and Ivy inside of this competition. I think Balor's team might fall a little bit there with their placement. They did get a couple of kills, but I mean, their placement was... Or they did get a couple of kills, and the placement will help them a little bit, but lackluster total points for that game. If you're new to the competitions and you haven't been following along, on the main YouTube broadcast, we have the MVPs of last event. First place was Guh, Super Jeff was 2nd place, and Tom Pips was 3rd place. Now, in these competitions, we have now added a league for MVP, so there's now a league format. We'll give you updates after this tournament, going into tournament 3 for the league, of where each region stands, along with all of the MVPs and where they stand inside of the league for 2026 season. There'll be a tournament every single month at least for the entirety of the 2026 season. And you can see it's based off kills, it's based off placements, and it's based off survival time to get your MVP points. The person with the most MVP points at the end of the season will be crowned the MVP of the entire season. They'll win a cash prize along with a trophy sent directly to their house. We're getting updates on the scoring as soon as we're ready to go. I'll put it up on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, after game number 4. You guys know we're the fastest to do scoreboards, but sometimes it can take a little bit longer than others, especially if it ends in such chaos as that game did, because I know our administration team was probably watching, biting their nails on whether or not 4K Overload could win that match. Unfortunately, they were not able to. Put the game audio back on now for you guys, and we'll see where everyone is landing. As expected, 4K main in Ski Town. Slayer's team look like they're landing over in Dormitory again. And then we got a couple of teams over by Frigid Wetland and the remaining snowy areas of the map, like TSG by Nuclear Plant. The girls team GNR over on Overgrown with the Latin American team. And further down, you can see where everyone else has landed. 4K main, we're going to hop on board with them as they seem to be in a little bit of a fight. Tokyo dies to a pumper, and I've just been updated with the scoreboard. It's a very close battle between TSG and Zenith Eternity. Very, very close. Remember, like I said before, as we watch this player absolutely spray and pray onto that Latin American roster, make sure to follow not only me, but the entirety of the scene, whether it's the watch parties or the other players, your favorite players to play in these tournaments, because I'm sure they would really appreciate it. We're able to get one knock here, but no full kill. There's the full kill coming through from Remy. Now a 3v3 situation. Scoreboard has been updated on your screen for both YouTube and TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. Latam Prime is sitting in 3rd place. Poison Ivy also joint with 54 points. No Neck right behind them, and 4 Kings main just above Overload. Just barely above them. So Topo spotted Remy right here. He's waiting for a chance to push. Shot goes down. Not able to land it though. I-15 in hand. Bang! Doesn't hit that one either. Finally lands a shot. There we go. Double pump straight to the face. See you later, Soy Topo. Needs to go inside of that medic again. Not going to do it. He opts to go for the heal with the plate. And now we're going to hop on board and see where Winter's at. One of the players going down. It's going to be Panchito trying to rotate out of this situation. Holy Father also around him right now. I don't know where the other player actually went here. We only know where Panchito rotated to. Shots go down with a Jackal. It's dirty from the team. He spotted Holy Father, able to take him down. The knock comes through, but will the full kill happen? Panchito's probably looking for it right now. They need to use FHJs if they want to stand a chance. I think Tokyo might get knocked here. Winter, you need to confirm this kill here. Tokyo's going to get knocked because of the Jackal, I would assume. Dirty able to do some work here. Gets the full kill on to Holy Father. Winter still looking for Panchito. He's going to rotate over to Holy Father. And Tokyo. Holy Father did just get fully eliminated. The shots come down. That should be a free knock. Tokyo trying to make something happen here. Shots going down again. How is Panchito still alive? Oh my god. There's no way. Oh, finally the knock comes through. That was almost embarrassing for the 4K Overload roster. Tokyo's going to go down to the Jackal. They might all die here. Not just yet. Remy last alive. Holy Father comes back through the revive flight, thankfully. Don't know what that play was there from Remy, but he's going to die because of it. Winter's coming back. Never mind. He dies to the Jackal as well. See you later. 3 players knocked from a Jackal. This is bad. Holy Father now in a clutch situation. Can he do something? He's the only player left on the team. The Jackal's still up in the air. Holy Father, what are you doing? Don't know about this play, but he's going for it. Oh my god, this is an interesting one from Holy Father here. He's probably going to die, and they're going to get eliminated if I had to guess. Oh dear, this is the worst play we've seen from 4K Overload so far in the competition. And he's eliminated. 4K Overload out at the start of this game. And it looks like the Latin American team that they were fighting gets 6 total eliminations. And they stay alive to fight another day. That's Soy Topo's team. Terrible spot for 4K Overload right there, ladies and gentlemen. See you later, Alligator. An update on the MVP list after game number 4. We're currently in game 5 for everyone who has just joined into the stream. Game 4. First place for MVP is Slayer. Second place is Flex. Third place is Layla. Fourth place is Necro. Fifth place is Sequel, combined with Lowtex. They are both fifth joint place. They've got 29 total MVP points. Looks like Fury's in a little bit of a fight here. We'll have to find them on the team list and see where they're fighting at. Balor's also the last alive on his team too.
Airdrop has been delivered.
Who are they fighting? Ooh, okay, a little team right above them. It looks like Zluth is way further up here. He doesn't know where the remaining player is on the roster, so I don't think he'll take this fight. Let's hop over onto Balor and see who he's in a fight with. Ah, he's fighting the same team that Zluth was earlier. Getting out of that situation entirely. It's Alexa's team from Latin America. I wouldn't take that fight if I was them. Dirty still going around in his Jackal. Sweet Dreams from Team Black and White gets knocked right there. I'm actually curious about Dirty. How is he able to get so many kills inside of this Jackal? He might be the new Winter, ladies and gentlemen. 3 elims this game already. He helped wipe the 4K Overload roster. Remember, they are out of this game. See you later, Holy Father and boys. They were doing so good until game number 5, and they bowed out early, so they're going to go right down that leaderboard. As the leaderboard stands, it looks like there's 2 teams really battling it out right now, and that's going to be a team from Europe known as Zenith Eternity and a team from Philippines known as TSG. Now, TSG have won a tournament of ours in the past, but it's been a long time since they've won. I think it's been at least a year since they won a tournament. Damn. Not able to land the shots over on to GG Jam. And below that, you've got Latam Prime, Poison Ivy, No Neck, 4 Kings Main, 4K Overload, Too Good, Fury Esports, and Hope. Still not able to do much right here inside of the Jackal. Dirty, definitely one of the better Jackal users we've seen in the tournaments. But let's hop on board and see where TSG are right now, as they don't have any kills. No kills whatsoever. Not looking too good for this game. Good suffer here. But they are against my boys, Low-Tech Slayer, Necro, and Flex, who have only got 1 kill. Balor finally dies. That might be him fully eliminated. It's looking likely. Yep, the team is out completely. So that's them in 8th place. They're going to drop out of the leaderboard, probably out of the top 10 entirely. If a couple of the lower class teams get a couple of kills here and a good placement. Mello, still alive. Don't know how, but he's up and at him. 1 kill for the team so far. The other African teams are struggling a little bit here, but they've got 2 kills here from Paris. This is Lex's team, for anyone who loves the Nigerian community.
Airdrop incoming.
And we go further down. You can see COD Ninja's team finally doing something. They've had a very disappointing tournament, especially considering they qualified yesterday for this event. Ivy, on the other hand, 5 total eliminations. That's going to put them up to 59 points here. They've spotted Vector, I bet. He's over to the side of them. They just need to hop out of the car and kill him instantly. Nope. I didn't see him. Oh, he's blended in. Vector's actually blended in with the surroundings, as I see Slayer in a little bit of a fight here. He's been knocked and fully eliminated. Now it's all down to Flex or Necro to do something. Necro gets fully eliminated, and now Flex, last alive in the team. Dirty comes in and kills his teammate. This is a bad situation for them to be in. Flex, last alive. He gets Low-Tech's tag, but I mean, my God. If they die early here, that will mean that TSG's in the running to win the entire tournament, especially this late in the competition. You do not want to die early at all. Thanks for all the follows over on TikTok and the subscribes on YouTube, chat. A couple of players behind him and in front of him here. They've actually got a Latin American roster right in front of them, but I think Low-Tech will come back in their survive flight. There he is. He's back. So they live to survive another day. And it looks like Boy Top was going to come through. I don't know why he doesn't have a gun out here. He should have held his gun out and killed him. He could have easily done that. Not sure what the situation is here from Flex. These are the current leaders, though, in total points. Still trying to stay alive. Accidentally clicked off of it. To be honest, I think he's going to die here. No shots still going down. A lot of players are dying as well. This should be the end of Flex. There you go. Nice hold down to Low-Tech to make something happen. He's going to go outside of the zone, and we're going to focus our attention on the TSG, as they have 3 total eliminations, and they're actually running after a different team here. It looks like they're versing against Fury. They are. So Layla is able to take down one of the Fury players. Bluth is still alive. Takes down another onto Eames, and this is really bad for Fury. They're going to go down and drop very early on in this game. That might be it all. Yep, Fury is out of the competition. They were currently 9th place, and they're probably going to go out of the top 10 based off of that. So we've got 2 teams out in the top 10 already. Very early in this match. There's still 17 teams left alive. This is game number 5 if you're just joining the tournament. Game number 5 of a Game 7 series. TSG, 6 kills. They're probably going to take over Zenith Eternity this game unless they can make a little bit of a comeback, but it's only Slayer left alive. He's using a Jackal to get his teammates back through the revive flights, but I don't know if it's going to work. Keep in mind, his teammates are over in Sakura. He's going to have to sacrifice himself. Luckily, he actually has the medic. He has a medic able to be used, which is really good. Oh my god. Did not see that one coming. Dirty caught him out of the sky. That was a really bad situation for them to be in. Dirty obviously playing dirty here. Needs to heal up. Surprised he healed up that early, not gonna lie. He didn't even go to full health. Kind of a misplay of the medic. He should have stayed in it until he got 100 HP. And now, to be honest, he might not get a medic in time to get his teammates back. Will the other player known as Dirty actually go away in that Jackal? That's the question. There's a lot of people outside the zone here. Sorry, Topo and yeah, Dirty's still outside the zone. He could still take them down, and I think they might be targeting this team to eliminate them. Isn't it a rule you're allowed to camp tags in this tournament? And I think Latin America are actually camping the European tags. They've moved away now, so it looks like Lotex is going to be able to get his teammates back. So let's hop on board with TSG as they're fighting a different team. Stellar up on top. Nero's able to take down Holiday. That's going to be Team Bob. They've only got 2 players left on the roster. It's going to be a tough sell if they want to convince anyone they're going to win this tournament at this point, because they're currently 10th place. Lotex dies to the Jackal. That's them out. See you later. Yep, they're fully eliminated. Dirty goes back. He's seen it. He camped the tags with the Jackal and he took him down. That's exactly what gameplay you need to do if you want to take the top dogs out of the #1 spot. And they're trying to win this tournament, so they take them down early in game number 5. I don't think they really got any kills. Yeah, 1 kill. That's only going to get them 1 point, so they're up to 84 total points. This is going to be very good. Very good for TSG. As TSG were 2nd place. We're currently watching them. They have 8 kills. Now they are in the lead. TSG are now your official leaders in total points for this tournament so far. Shots are going down here. Little bit of help comes through. Secret able to knock 1. Can Stiller get the 2nd? Yes, he can. Rewinds back, trying to get a 3rd on to Mona. Their players are kind of scattered here, but Mona dies outside of the zone. That's a free kill for them. COD God also here behind the tree. That's another free kill for this team. That brings them up to 12. They're going to skyrocket in the lead here. They're going to be up to 91 points based off just kills alone. So this gap is going to be wide, chat. This is going to be a phenomenal gap here by TSG. They just need to stay alive for as long as possible, and this gap will widen so much that it's going to be very hard for any team to catch them, and it might be TSG's 2nd win inside of these tournaments. Their 2nd win ever. Looks like there's a couple of people around them, though. Stay alive. They got all 4 people up. They're going to rotate into the zone. There we go. The rotation path that they're going for, only 1 team in front of them, but if they go into the middle, they'll be in between 3 different teams. So we'll have to see what happens here. We are currently watching the tournament winners, chat. They are in the lead right now. TSG just went into the lead based off these kills. Ooh, they're going to go over onto the right-hand side. I like that. I like that. It looks like the girls' team actually rotated back into pipeline too, so they don't need to worry about anything. Barely outside of zone now. They're trying to stay alive for as long as possible. They don't want to take any fights that they don't need to, as they know they have a lot of kills here going into the end game. We're going to hop on over to 4K main. Narosa has 6 of their 6 kills. He has every single kill on the board for this roster. 4K main. They're at 51 points going into this game. They're currently at 57. Oh my god, that is beautiful. Narosa's going to pick up 2 more kills here. That brings him up to 8. Absolutely carrying his team in kill count here. He might actually catch up to Gea in total MVP awards. Spots Leap Nagner from across. Uses the truck to his advantage. Can he get the kill though? Rewinds back. Uses the truck again over to his right-hand side. He's going for the left-hand side truck. Shots go down. Able to land a couple of them onto Wagner. Still trying to use that striker to his advantage. Not able to get the kill. Sorry, a Jack 12. I thought it was a striker. But it is not. It's a custom Jack 12. Surprisingly, Wagner stays alive. Interestingly enough, definitely should have died there. Surprising why he was able to stay alive for that long. Especially considering there were so many players around him. But he's up and at him. 4K Main trying to make history here by being the first team to win 3 back-to-back tournaments. Is it likely? No. Is it possible? Absolutely. Nades go down. Wagner stays alive. All it would take is one player on top to shoot at him here, and he gets shot at. There you go. Wagner gets eliminated by a nade. See you later, Wagner. And that brings the 4K Main team up to 9 total kills. 8 kills from Narosa himself. Vector still alive. Don't know how he's up right now. All right, good job, Vector. Just you stay in that tree. Don't. Oh, God, they seen that. They didn't see it! They didn't see it! Oh, my God, they didn't see Vector go into this tree. My goat. My glorious goat stays alive for another day. I don't even think he has any good guns for this. He doesn't. He has a terrible gun. We're going to hop on board down below and see what Gez up to. Able to get a kill right there. Super Jeff comes in as well. That's them up to 11. Philippines definitely coming out on top of game number 5, chat. Especially with Slayer's team eliminated very early on. It was a disappointing performance from them, but they've been very good this tournament, especially with the high MS. Deep still alive with MJ up. This will be Team Longneck. 12 teams left. Bardax dies to another rival Latin American team. And look at all of these players over on that top right-hand corner of the gameplay screen. These guys want to watch what everyone's doing so they can learn new strategies, learn new ways to go around the map, and also just see how teams play so that they can counter them in future games. Specifically, this is very common for Slayer and Lotex to do this. They love to watch other teams play, they love to see what they're doing, and they love to copy anything that they think is useful for them. MJ staying alive here by the skin of his teeth, but he's probably gonna die finally. Oh my God, the Garena movement is absolutely wild. But Geh finally takes him down. These guys have a good spot in zone right now. They have the high ground to use. They could get pushed here by a different team. Tom spotted a Kaza down below. Need to take him down. Bang! Tempest gets used. Look at that rewind. Unbelievable rewind play by Tom. What a play by the broski himself. 14 kills on the board here for 4K. I mean, don't let that distract you from the fact that Fright's right behind them. Could play spoiler, but a Tempest is going to go down. Flash him. Easy pickings. Fright dies outside his zone. Tom's going to get that confirmation. Never mind. Guess steals it. 15 total elimination. Narosa gets another with his Tempest. That's going to be on the Ivy over on the right-hand side. And now TSG are in there as well. TSG are current point leaders. 4K, obviously now they're combatants as 4K Main are trying to push their way up the leaderboard and take TSG out of the #1 spot and take it for themselves. Tempest gets used. Not going to be enough, unfortunately. Ivy's still alive. Kurama is their medic user, so he's going to stand outside of the zone and just go for the med strat. Super Jeff able to take down 2 players with a SMRS. That's going to be high ground players as well, so they're going to storm the high ground. Why do birds suddenly appear every time Vector's near? Going up the tree from the rear. Vector's here. Vector's here. Good job, Vector. Staying alive. We love to see it. As for now, however, 4K Main are in a little bit of fight against CSG. There goes getting Nero. Instant knock. There comes the wipe. Layla and Stiller still alive down below them. They do have the high ground. Narosa takes down Panchito from a different roster. Stiller, Layla, not really going to be able to do too much here. The medic gets used. The third party from the side from Stiller gets in. Let's watch from his POV, and it looks like Layla's being killed now. 4K Main, everyone focusing on Stiller from the roster, all walking through. The rewind comes through. What a play, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough. He's got to go down here. Tom gets knocked, but that's not going to be it. Gah, still alive. It's a 1v3v1. Narosa has 12 eliminations. Vector's still alive. No! What is that? Nah, they definitely watching the stream, and 4 Kings take the game with West being eliminated right at the end. This is a phenomenal game, chat, from 4 Kings main roster. They really struggled at the start. They weren't even in the top 10. Now, after the 4 games, they're 6th. But after this 5th game, bang, they're going to be in the top 5. Let's pull up the kill count. Narosa, phenomenal play here in total kills. 25 kills and a first place finish is going to give them 40 total points, which will bring them right up to 91 total points inside of this tournament. That's so many points that they're actually going to go from 6th to at least 3rd or 2nd. They're actually going to be able to pass K9 Zenith Eternity, as they only got 1 point for that game. That's Slayer and Low Texas team losing their first place position, and they might even go down to 4th place outside of podium position based off that game alone, which is terrible. So hopefully they can come back and be a little bit more consistent in game number 6. Remember, we've got 2 games left. All of our finals here on these tournaments are a 7-game series, and then if you watch the qualifiers, they will be a 5-game series for the quals. Either way, chat, we'll look down the list and see where everyone else plays. COD Ninja's team finally did something this tournament, but I doubt that's going to be putting them into the top 10 as they've had a terrible performance. Vector with a 3rd place finish. Much love to Vector. We can see TSG, very good from them as well. They were able to get 15 total eliminations, placing in at 4th place. That's going to give them, I think, about, let's say, 20 points, which will put them right up into the lead at 99 total points, with 4K Mian right behind them. So it looks like it's going to be a battle of the Filipinos. Unfortunately, I clicked off that a little bit early. Does anyone know what team was in there that had 27 kills? I think it was one of the Latin American teams. I accidentally clicked off the scoreboard there too quick for myself. But if you could let me know what team that was, chat, if you do know. So far, though, it's been an interesting tournament. All of the Filipinos were underperforming at the start, and now, towards the end of the tournament, they're coming out on top. We've got 1st place definitely being TSG, 2nd place definitely being 4 Kings Main. I think 3rd place is going to be Zenith Eternity, but that will depend on how many kills Latam Prime got. Poison Ivy also did pretty decent that game. And I think No Neck died kind of early on, so I don't really foresee them going up in the rankings. But there's possibility where we have a battle of actually Philippines versus Europe towards the end of this tournament, which we haven't really seen in a while. I mean, last tournament, it was kind of domination from 4 Kings Main. This tournament, terrible start. Solid mid. We'll have to see what they can do at the end of the event, chat. We've only got 2 more games left. A lot of people are saying in the chat that Dirty is now better with the Jackal than Winter. I'm going to let you guys decide. But as we wait for the next game to start, make sure to follow all the watch parties that you're watching at home or any of the players that are participating in this tournament. I'm sure they would appreciate you hitting the follow button or the subscribe button. And you can go ahead and do the same on my stream as well, chat, as we get ready for the 6th game. The 2nd to last match that they could possibly get any points in. So far, like I said, after the 4 games, Slayer was number 1 in MVP statistics for this tournament. He's going to probably fall down that list a lot after that game. I mean, they performed so poorly in that match that I don't really foresee them doing much. But kind of sad. I hate to be the guy that roots for the European team because I am European from Ireland. But I like to see them do well. You know, I like to see them do well, and that was disappointing. Thanks very much, FN Duo. Appreciate you. Why are you guys saying 6-7, bruh? I thought we last bro, 6-7 in the Big 26? There's no way, chat. Oh, I see, because 6-7 games. Anyway, we're getting ready to start the game number 6, and then we'll go into game 7. The points are being tallied up for you guys right now, and we'll put them on the screen as soon as we can. Balor is in this tournament, chat. He's actually doing pretty well. Balor was doing pretty well up until that game, and I think with that game's performance, he'll probably drop quite substantially, but at least he's been doing better and better every single time he comes in to play these Battle Royale tournaments, which is good to see. He plays with better players, and he also becomes a better BR player. You got to think, just about a year and a half ago, Balor was terrible at BR. I mean, he wasn't known for playing it at all, but as the months go on, he's definitely becoming a better player. We're getting ready, chat, and then I think Madnan's about to start game number 6. Tanzanite, make sure to remind people to go to our TikTok video and watch it. Surprisingly, it didn't perform as well as our usual ones, chat. RIP, help me out. Go help me out. And help out all of the players that are playing in the tournament out too. We've got the scoreboard, chat. I'm going to update it on your screen right now as we get into game number 6. Remember, there's 7 games in each series of the finals of all of our tournaments this year. We're trying to really condense everything down to be as skill-based and as same each tournament as possible. So every single tournament finals will be 7 games because it just makes sense from an MVP standing and also a regional standing so that we can follow how each region is doing throughout the entire league. We still haven't came up with a league name, so if you're curious about that and you have a suggestion for what we should call this league for the 2026 season, let me know. I don't really want it to be called Ferg Tournaments anymore. I'd rather it have an actual standalone name that's not just named after, you know, myself, so that it becomes a real league inside of Call of Duty Mobile. There you go. You can see the standings updated on our screen. And as expected, TSG are out on top with 99 points. They skyrocketed up the leaderboards the last couple of games. 4 Kings main with a massive comeback into the middle of this tournament. And K9 Zenith Eternity, a little bit of a flustered game there for game number 5. As you go further down the list, you can see Poison Ivy, a new team inside of this, going through the qualifiers. 68 total points into 4th place. Then Latam Prime, that's Magic's team, in at 5th place. Hope, nowhere to be found. They've went out of the top 10. Balor's managed to stay in the top 10. I don't know how he's done that, but his team is 9th place. And then you can see 4K Overload still in the top 10 for this tournament. So great job from them. Absolutely phenomenal job from them to be able to stay in the top 10 after that disappointing performance there for game number 5. But so far, so good inside of this tournament. Lots of upsets early on, and now the upsetted players have came back, and there's a chance that they may win it all. As we get into game number 6, we'll have to stay consistent here. There's only 2 more games left remaining, chat. And I guess the question on people's mind is, will it be TSG or 4 Kings that finish on top for the Filipino region? I'm not sure. They're neck and neck. The real upset here would be, can Slayer and Lotex carry another team to a championship? Even on high MS, if they manage to win this tournament and take it from the best 2 Filipino teams, that would be mind-blowing. As we get into game number 6, chat. My little scrumptious. Don't know why people are saying 1738, but they are. Goofy goobers. Let's see what happens, chat. Game number 6 is underway. 4 Kings Overload still haven't jumped out of the flight path. There they go, finally. We'll have to see what happens. We're going to actually hop onto the girls' team here as they're getting wiped straight off the bat. They've actually opted to go downtown. There's only 2 of them left. Shout out to the girly pops. We seen a great girly pop team yesterday known as Scylla's roster.
Engaging the enemies.
Savage takes down Jachi, and now it's only down to Cody to make something happen. Cody, what's going on here, girls? Girlies. The most known girl team in the world. We need some excellent gameplay, and we're not getting it. Oh god, disappointment is immeasurable, and the girls' day has been ruined because I think they're gonna die first this time. Lots of shots going down, and there it is. That's all she wrote. Cody gets eliminated. Much love to the girly pops, but unfortunately, that's gonna be it. As we're gonna hop on board the 4K Winter. Is he in a Jackal? Yes, he is. Shots go down, not able to land the shots from the Jackal over onto Mello from Africa. I'm gonna hop on to team number 15. I'm seeing a couple of people ask about it. This is OBN's roster. Oh, they spotted Bardax right there. Able to take down his helicopter, and now they probably want to go and take him down entirely. Not too sure what's going to happen here. Bardax was right in front of them, but this team is so split up. This team is terribly split up. What is this? They're across the map from each other. What are you guys doing? Oh, it's Dirty right here. Does he even have a gun? I don't think so. Dirty might go down early. Oh my god, land your shots. What is this? Oh, dearie me. Somebody substitute this player. Oh my god. K9 unit. We don't understand what's going on here, but it's nothing good. That's for sure. Retirement is always on the cards for a player like K9 unit, if I do say so myself. We'll hop on over to 4K overload. Winter's still in his jackal.
Engaging the enemy.
Shots go down right inside. Able to land a couple on Lila. Not able to get the kill, though. There's Mellow down on the bottom. Still not able to take him out. We'll hop on board to 4K main. They're over at Ski Town. This is their classic spot. If anyone wanted to take them down early, you would land on top of them right here. Renzu's still alive as well with his 4K Joker roster. Karma, thanks very much for the train, man. Appreciate you. Thanks everyone who has gifted entirely through the day. And make sure you gift to all of the other streamers inside of the event. Lag is going to get knocked here from above. See you later, Lag. I actually think Lag found his girlfriend from COD M. A little COD Mobile endemic love story, chat. I've seen a couple of posts from them on TikTok recently. Shout out to Lag. TSG, another team that is on the cards for winning this entire thing. They're in the lead currently, and they've got 4 more kills to add to the point total. That brings them up to 103 points. It seems like TSG could take the 3-time back-to-back-to-back winning title from 4Kings. The only other team to win so many back-to-backs, or even win as many tournaments as 4Kings, has been a roster with Slayer and Low-Techs on it. That team has been dissolved, of course. And Ackman has now retired from competitive play. He used to play with those two, but no longer. It seems like he's given up on playing in big main stage tournaments. For now, at least. He could come back. We may see him in future events. I'm not too sure, but for now, there's a temporary retirement on the cards. Checking out the primes. All 4 of their guys are alive. No kills. They're on the leaderboard, but they're a little bit further down there at 5th place. Speaking of teams that are doing really good, hold up. I was going to watch Slayer and the boys, but let me check out Holy Father, as it looks like he was getting a kill there. I think he was able to kill Dirty with Winter still in the Jackal. They should be in a good spot here to make solid plays, as if Dirty dies completely, they'll be the only team with a good Jackal user. Winter now targeting the Latin American teams over on the side of the map by T3 Refinery. 2 kills on the board already. These guys actually might finish top 5, which will be probably their best placing of ever. Still not able to win a game. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's not good. Winter, a little bit of a terrible Jackal use right there. He's been underperforming today for sure. We haven't seen Winter pop off in a Jackal for quite some time. Seems like a lot of people are using FHJs to take him out of the sky. 4K main still alive. No fights just yet. But I tell you what, Wagner's in a fight here with his entire roster. We'll hop on board with them and see where they're fighting at. Looks like a steal.
Engaging the enemies.
FHJ to the floor? Oh my god, Kidlat. That's retirement time for you. Looks like Hasbun and MJ are the last alive in the team. MJ goes up the zip line, probably looking to revive his teammate.
Fire sale will start in 1
It's
minute.
Fury who they're fighting, which is a really good team as well. They were actually in the lead earlier after game number 1, but they've fallen from grace here, sitting at 7th place. 7th place for these guys, unfortunately. Oh, a couple of footsteps have been spotted. It's Leap by himself here. Where's Hasbun? Let's hop on with him. He's here. He's got the SMRS. They're not moving at all. Could come up. Bang, shot goes down. Leap is able to take down one with the Striker. They have a Striker SMRS combo for close range. This is really good for them. Fury loading, trying to figure out what he wants to do with the rest of the Fury roster. They're not going to push in, which is definitely the right choice. I don't really foresee these guys actually taking this fight, so we're going to hop on with Holy Father instead, as he got down a kill here outside of the zone. 5 total eliminations result. He's probably going to take down Holy Father here from the side. Movement from Holy Father comes through. Smoke Bomber's already been used, unfortunately, so if Resulty shoots him from the side, he won't be able to use it. A little solo push here. Winter over on the side. Spots Resulty. He's going to die outside of the zone. Holy Father needs his teammate back in the action. Still alive for now. Resulty's right in front of him. Can he land the shots? Lands one. It's going to be a shotgun being used. He needs to land a couple more shots here to get that full kill onto him. Oh my god, it comes through even with the medic. Holy Father stays on top, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic from him. Losing his teammates here, though. Going to be a tough fight for him. Tokyo doesn't have a medic either. He needs to get Remy back through a revive flight to use his medic ability. I don't think it's going to be likely here. Holy Father. 5:15 in hand. He spots Jakari shooting through the window. Not able to do that. I don't know what you're doing here, Holy. Somebody's come through in a helicopter. Don't know who that is. They've hopped out of it for now. Ooh, a Jackal's also coming through. That might be dirty. Jakari trying to get out of the zone right now. Oh, dearie me. Jakari, what are you up to? You're getting a revive flight card right here. Holy Father needs to go for an aggressive push. Bang! Able to land the shot. Can he land the second? Not yet. Shot from the side, and he's going to die outside of zone. Destroy Topo. Tokyo last alive for the roster here. He needs to get these revive flights. The cards need to come through. Looks like Winter comes back, but Remy is still not revived. I think Holy Father was able to get a revive flight token, and Dirty's still alive with his Jackal. Oh my god, barely staying alive here. Good job, though, to stay alive for a little bit longer, but unfortunately, I think... I can't click on Winter. Where is he gone? Not sure where he is. Oh, he's over towards downtown area. We're actually going to hop on to TSG because they're in a little bit of a fight here. At least they were before they wiped them. Definitely extending their lead towards victory against 4K Main. If we hop on over to 4K Main, you can see they have 0 kills, but I want to see where Slayer's team is. If they lost Necro just moments ago, they're fighting a Latin American team. This is COD Ninja. This is the team that qualified. Tokyo's been eliminated, but his teammates are back for now. Tanzanite, keep telling people about the TikTok in the chat. I'd appreciate it. If you want to join the AK117 giveaway, you're more than welcome to do so on X. Let's see how they decide to take this fight. Flex over on the left side. Low techs on the right side, going for a little bit of a pinch push. Not able to land some shots. That might be the worst accuracy I've ever seen from low techs, but to be honest, it's probably a ping issue. I'm not going to say that they have good ping, because they definitely do not. So when they complain about that, it's entirely justified. FHJ being used against another Filipino roster here. Boom. Lands it, but doesn't kill anyone. Necro still not back in a revive flight. They really need to get him back. It's a 4v3 against Ivy. It seems like the other roster actually rotated out of the situation. Where did they go? I see. They rotated the whole way back to the radar base. This is actually, if you remember, chat, back in the day in 2020, I had a little fight, a little scuffle against Bobby Plays right here. Played the clip editor, holy, but it's a live stream, chat, so I can't play the clip. GG's, but you're an OG if you know that fight. Winter's died outside of zone here from the 4K Overload roster. So is Bardak, surprisingly enough, and it looks like Slayer and the boys can third party this from behind. As Ivy have decided they want to fight against COD Ninja, and their team instead will hop on board with Slayer, and actually I'm gonna hop on board with Lotex POV. Lotex is a little bit further up here. He does have an FHJ in hand and an M4. And M4 is not really a good gun to use on high MS, so he's probably looking to try and get something else. There we go, and DLQ is in action. Shot goes down, not able to land it just yet. Can he land even one shot? No, not gonna happen. Kurohama right there as well. We got Dree inside the houses too. 3 of these guys still alive. They should be able to push into this team and get the kills, but they didn't third party them fast enough. And COD Ninja only has 1 player left on his team. 4K Main now in a fight. Yeah, is he able to take down one from Latin America? He's gonna rush right in there, trying to get some of the full kills through. Ross Kid's gonna get full kills right here. That's the first kill on the board for them. First kill on the board comes through. Tom's right beside him as well. They spotted Chummo. Shots go down, easy wipe. Super Jeff gets the elimination. 2 eliminations on the board here for 4 Kings and Main. They're trying to catch up. And it looks like, unfortunately, Holy Father gets eliminated by TSG outside of the zone. TSG picking up a lot of kills right here. They're definitely extending their lead against 4 Kings Main. This is not looking too good for 4 Kings Main at all if they want to stand a chance of going 3 times back to back, as Nero's picked up another knock, and that's going to be another confirmed kill over on to TSG with 11 total. 11 total kills. As they make their way into zone, it looks like Magic's team have come into the fray as well. Finally, Magic able to get a kill. This is his first kill in 2 games. 2 games so far. 2 games, 1 kill. His MVP standings are going to drop significantly from this. He didn't do too bad before, but now
Airdrop has been delivered.
doing a lot worse. I believe he either became, well, his girlfriend became pregnant or they actually had a baby. I can't remember which one it was, but congratulations to him for the announcement of the baby. I'd actually like to have a kid too sometime soon, chat. Maybe within the next year or so, chat. Yo, no spoilers, chat. What should we call him? Maybe we'll call him Matcha. All right, 4K Joker's back again. Main's still alive here. They're trying to play catch up against TSG, but TSG have extended their league to about 20 points based off their kills, and it looks like they're fighting against Fury as well. We'll go over on to Seeker's POV as Ames gets killed outside of the zone. Oh dear, here come a couple of more freebies as TSG Seeker rotate in from behind. He's not going to die. Layla gets another kill here, uses the ability Street Fighter. That's going to be all she wrote. Easy picking, surely Secret. GG. 3 extra kills. That's going to bring them up to 15. Oh my god. TSG extending their lead, and I don't know if 4 Kings main are going to be able to do this anymore with the comeback. Only 2 eliminations? Oh, wait. Wrong team. Still, only 2 eliminations. This isn't looking good for them. Chat, just because your favorite team dies a lot outside of zone doesn't mean they get stream sniped, okay? Accuracy looking like Prime Hawk's Nest from Super Jeff. I know a lot of people don't know who that is, but if you're an OG in the space, you know what I'm talking about when I say Prime Hawk's Nest. Used to team with him back in Cloud9, bro. Missed every shot. RIP. These guys are staying alive, but honestly, they don't have enough points to be doing this. They need to make a big time play. Big time players need big time plays, chat. And so far this game, 4 Kings main have not made any big time plays. What about 4K Joker? Oh, they spotted Lotex. Did they get their teammate back? They did. All right, these guys are in the running to win it all as well. They're barely behind both of these teams at the start of this game, but with only 1 kill, they're going to have a little bit of a lackluster early and mid-game performance. It's all down to this late game to see if they have what it takes in order to win it. They've spotted 4K Jokers over across the zone right there, and they're not in the next one, I don't think. They are not. They're going to need to rotate over. They're in the water, too. Not too good for Joker. Lotex may have seen him. There's Sprite as well. Kind of caused a little bit of a distraction here for the team. That's a really nice skin that he's got for the Type 19. I like that iron sight. TSG in a fight. Again, TSG in a fight. Another kill added to the collection. This is going to be 16. This is going to extend their lead substantially. If they don't die right now, the lead is going to get so wide that it's going to be almost impossible for 4 Kings to catch up. This game could be their miracle game to set them up for success going into Game 7. Should have taken that fight and should have got that kill. Secret played a little bit too passive there. There is Leap outside the zone as well. That's going to be Long next team. Layla barely makes it into the zone as well. 16 eliminations here. Oh, Andy dies outside. Vector gets eliminated from Neck. A lot of kills all spread out throughout the entire team. It's looking like they're going to get some freebies here off No Neck, I think. I think next team we're going to give them some freebies. A couple of players up above them. That's an African roster. Can Africa do anything to stop the dominance of the Philippines? Not looking likely. Felon gets knocked instantly, and now the kill steal comes through from Flex. Pushes are having to be done here. Secret drops early. Not looking too good. Player as well. He's actually third-partying these guys from behind. Secret stays alive for a little bit longer. I want to go over and see where Lotex and co are. They actually sniped them from across the map. They're not even close. The third-party kill steals were from so far away, and these guys are now up to 9 kills. Last time we watched them, they had 1 kill. This should be a freebie as well onto Balor and King Raft. The Tempest gets used. The communication goes down. Surely they push these guys out and get a freebie. There it is. Freebie comes through. Balor's last alive in the team. 2 knocks. Double knocked up right there. Love to see it. Ivy coming in from behind here. Third party comes from across the map. 11 kills now. Easy to get a little crack onto the opposing team. TSG stay alive and they're able to wipe that other roster. This is a big time players making big time plays. 4 Kings being still not making any big time plays. Super Jeff eliminated right there. The full kill's probably going to come in, and to be honest, I'm starting to lose hope on whether or not Four Kings main have it in the bag. Can they go 3 times back-to-back? I don't think it's likely anymore. They're second place, but they're going to be really far behind TSG unless TSG get eliminated right here and now. 17 kills in the roster of TSG. They've been doing phenomenal this game. And basically in the entire tournament except for the start. Shots go down on the Four Kings mains. Tom. 7 kills. Not enough. Not going to be good enough. Now, with Slayer, Lotex, Necro, and Flex all sniping from behind, they're falling like flies. Tom has been knocked. Oh, couple of shots coming through. Lotex obviously using the Omega Maywat mag, not able to land any of the shots, and it looks like TSG are getting more and more kills added to their collection. As we hop on board with them, only 3 players left. Naros is outside of the zone here. He's probably trying to die to the zone instead of dying to somebody else. Oh, he's got Eric. Oh. Oh, I see what's happening here. Oh, that's not good. Oh my god, he's able to take one down. No way! Oh, Narosa unfortunately dies outside of the zone, but Secret, will he die as well? Not gonna happen. With the Narosa death and the kill coming over to Secret, that's 20 kills. And 20 points just off eliminations. One of the players gets revived as well. This is a bad spot for Four Kings main to be in as they've been already eliminated this game. TSG. Going to stop their streak of tournament wins. Shots go down. It's gonna be Lotex and Slayer. It's gotta be. Oh my god, the third party comes through from Latam Prime. And as you can see, a kill was stolen as Necro, Lotex, and Slayer are using Tempests and DLQ Omega Maywat mags to get knocks from across the map. 14 eliminations so far. It's looking like TSG are in a bad spot here. Everyone wants them to die early except the Filipinos in the chat. They just want to see a Filipino team win it all again. 14 elims. They need to do something here. There's another Filipino team getting knocked from the side. 2 kills come through. There we go. Up to 16 now for this European roster. It looks like Slayer and Lotex are trying to cement themselves as a new dynasty after losing a Bull Boss. And I can do the politics. Shots go through the smoke. Easy accuracy from Slayer. They're using Smoke Bomber. Seeker's right in front of them. That's going to be a freebie. Finishing in 4th place. Surely they're able to take him down. Oh my god, the Garena movement is absolutely crazy. Look at this. Brother, there's no way. Finally dying in 4th place. Seeker bows out, but not before they get about 20 eliminations. Patata over there behind the tree. I don't think they realize that he's right there. This is going to go in the way of the team we are watching being Eternity. Well played to them. Finally, a little bit of a comeback after a very disappointing Game 5. They're able to get a lot of kills in a 1st place finish. That's probably going to get them about 30 points at least, based off the kills that they were able to get. I think they killed Patata there right at the end, which brought them a little bit further. I think they might actually be closer to about 35 points maybe here. Yeah, 34 points total for that game. That's going to skyrocket them up the list. They were about 10 points behind, 15 points behind 1st place. And they were 7 points behind 2nd place. With that kind of performance, they're going to be right up there. 20 kills from TSG. That means that the gap will be... Oh god, the gap's not going to be too much. That's going to squander their gap, actually. So it's really going to be EU versus Philippines. I think the Four King mains are going to drop a little bit here based off their kill count. Let me check where they ended up for that game. They were 6th place. They only got 7 kills. That's not going to be good. It's going to be K9 Zenith Eternity, Four Kings main, and TSG Rigid battling it out for 1st place based off Game 7. Game 7 will be our final game for the finals, ladies and gentlemen, and it will all come down to this moment. As we look at these scoreboards, I just want to quickly shout out Ivy. It's a team I'm not as familiar with. I've been told they're really good in the Garena region. They came onto the global app. They did really well in the qualifiers, and now in the finals, they're sitting at 4th place. A solid performance for Game 6 with 10 total kills. That's going to put them up. If they have a phenomenal Game 7, they could win, but they really need to have a phenomenal Game 7. It needs to be insane. And obviously, TSG Rigid need to have a terrible one if they want to stand a chance at taking it home. Either way, Congratulations to Ivy. They're going to be sitting in there at 4th place. It's really great to see a qualifying team do so well. But the real story is whether Philippines can win 3 times back-to-back, whether 4K Main can win 3 times back-to-back, or whether Slayer and Lotex can create a new Dynasty roster and go on another incredible run. Keep in mind, Slayer and Lotex are playing on 80 MS. They're playing on a really bad server for themselves. This seems like it's being played on Asia server right now because Philippines managed to get a qualification team in and the servers flipped over to their side because it was actually set up to where EU or Middle East would get the server. But because Ivy qualified, it went back to Philippines. So shout out to Ivy for giving the MS and the region and the server over to the Philippines again and to Asia, because it's really hurting the performance of a couple of EU and Latin America along with African teams. This will be our last match, chat. I'm seeing a couple of people say Winter got stream sniped. Madnan, you can let me know by reviewing game VOD footage, but to be honest, I really highly doubt that he got stream sniped by a random team. The team that they were fighting out there, was it not Latin America? I feel like they were fighting a LATAM team, and I don't really think that LATAM have any reason to want to stream snipe a team with Winter on it. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. Chat, we have some news. Ooh. 4K reported a team. You guys may be right. I'm getting information from the administration team headed by Madnan that Team 13, which is also known as Las Cabras, who are currently 10th place after 5 games. We're not sure where they count after 6 games based off their performance. But the administration team have actually made a decision to take away all of their points because one of their players was in a collaboration stream with a girl who was giving them callouts of where people were. 4K reported it because supposedly they killed Winter outside of the zone randomly, and their points have been deducted for that game because somebody was in their call giving them callouts and stream sniping where they were. So chat, you're absolutely correct. Soy Topo and Panchito's team, Las Cabras, have lost all of their points for game number 6. Which means they're pretty much out of the money entirely. They had a chance, but I mean, we've deducted all of their points for game number 6. They were reported by both 4K and another roster, which we all know as Zenith Eternity. The reports came in, the administration team watched them, they watched the calls, they seen what they were doing, and they made the, I guess, educated decision to take away all the points. Chat was right, 4K Overload was right, and of course, A9 Eternity Zenith were absolutely on the ball. Our team watched them the entire time. They checked if it was going on, they confirmed it was happening, and their points have been deducted. Speaking of points, however, we do have the points total after game number 6. That's surprising. We've never seen them do anything bad in the past, specifically Soy Topo and Panchito Owo. And we've never seen them do anything illegal or break any rules in the past, so that could be an honest mistake. If it is, unfortunately, they're losing the points. If they do it again, they'll be banned from future tournaments. But we're going to update the game 6 points. It's updated over on TikTok. I'm going to update you over on YouTube right now. You can see the points on your screen. Rigid have the lead here against 4 Kings Main by 23 points. However, Zenith Eternity, they've come back again against TSG, and they're right on their tail. So it's really, can 4 Kings Main win 3 times back-to-back? Can TSG win for the 2nd time ever? Or can Slayer and Lotex solidify themselves as arguably the best duo to ever play Call of Duty Mobile Battle Royale in the competitive scene? They've won so many tournaments in the past with so many different teams, and it always seems to be Lotex and Slayer at the tippity top. I know that the Filipino region like to say when they complain about ping. Oh, crybaby this, crybaby that. But let's just say it. It's justified. They're playing on high MS. They're playing on 80 to 90 MS against players on 50. And they're really doing well here. If they manage to win another tournament on the Asia server while being on EU, the discussion of a top 10 leaderboard will have to be had of who are the top 10 players on the planet. And these two are in podium position for it. Game number 7, however, is underway. The scores have been added onto your screen. You'll be able to see where everyone is situated. It's going to come down to this. Philippines versus EU. Latin America is sitting at the 5th place position. They're in the money for now with Magic's roster. We're not sure if they'll be able to do that much, but it looks like it's going to be Ivy versus Latam here. Bolivia gets knocked first. Bardax may get chased down here by one of the players. Let's see if they chase them. They are. It's going to be Kuroama. This is Team Ivy from the Philippines. The best qualification team inside of the tournament. Bardax trying to use movement to his advantage. Maybe go for a little execution. Not going to happen. Kust gets out of the situation. He's last alive for the team, but they're probably going to be down and out from now. Both a disappointing performance from the roster. They played really good last tournament, but unfortunately this one not as well. TSG are in a fight also. These guys have decided they want to land over by nuclear plant. And they've spotted a player from Black and White in front of them. It looks like it's going to be Nero shooting right at Team Black and White's one pool. He's got an Echo in hand. Easy kill, surely, with the Echo. There it is. See you later. First team falls, and that's going to be Team Black and White out of the competition. Team 11. See you later, Alligator. Africa, another Nigerian team falls early in game number 7. Hopping on over to 4K Overload. They confirmed about Stream Snipers. We watched them, and we can confirm that's what happened last game. Towards the end, when Winter was rotating around the zone, they came out and tried to take him down due to somebody being in their call that was not in their team. In our tournaments chat, we have all the teams inside of a Discord call in a server. And if one of their players leave and there's proof posted that they're in a call with somebody else giving them stream sniping information, they will get their points deducted entirely for the game. If they do it twice, they will get banned from the tournament. Shots go down right here. Tokyo's probably going to be able to get the kill. There we go. The knock comes through. 2 kills in a row. Oh my god. Tokyo. Showing why he's named after one of the best cities in the entire world, because he's one of the best players in the entire world. Love to see that from him. 2 knocks. He needs to get his teammates back through the revive flight, though, so he has to stay alive for a little bit longer here. There we go. Revive flight coming through. How many does he get back? Only Rami, interestingly enough. This is actually Soy Topo. This is actually the same team that got their points banned for last game. Hits him with the nade. Can he get him down? It's going to be a close one. Tokyo staying alive for a little bit longer. It's a rivalry between Latin America and Philippines right here, ladies and gentlemen. The team that lost their points for last game due to them being in a different call with a stream sniping call-out player is now in a little bit of a fight against Tokyo. Soy Topo going for the res on Panchito. Rami comes back through the revive flight. It's going to be a 2v2. Call-out has been made. Rami sees them. Rami may die here. Bad revive flight position for him. Gets out just about. A little bit right here. Thank you very much for the gifts, A51. They will go into giving viewership prizes for the participants. If you guys don't know, I give away 2,000 of my own dollars for viewership rewards for all of the players that participate in these tournaments. That is not funded by Activision. I've been doing it for the last year, so all of your gifts pretty much go back into doing that. Actually, all of them and more. I give away more than what we get gifted in donations, but I appreciate you. Soy Topo now pushing over to Rami. Can he get a swift kill on him? Shots go down, not able to land the kill or the knock. Bad spot for him to be in. Stays up. Doesn't go down to the bottom just yet. Medic is used. Good job from Rami. Looks like the players may push him. Bang, shots go down. Defender is used again. Oh my god, is he gonna get pumped? Yes, he is. Now it's all down to Winter. Make something work with this Jackal. They are in the open, so it definitely could happen. Shots go in. Oika has been spotted, but a kill is not confirmed.
been delivered.
Update on the situation that had happened last game. They're trying to defend themselves, saying that she was not giving them callouts, but unfortunately they didn't reply to us while that was happening. He was in a collab stream with her muted, which is of course not allowed. You need to be in the call with your team. You can't be in a call with a different person. Just to make it as fair as possible for everyone. Now they're in a little bit of a fight again though with them as Holy Father gets knocked. The rival fight is in play, but what we really need to catch up on is what TSG are doing in this final match. They've got 4 kills, which extends their lead going into this final game. Brings them up to a total of 128 points. We'll have to catch up on board with Lotex's team. He has 0 points this game, so the lead is extended to 10 total points. They're going to need to get more kills if they want to stand a chance of flipping the script here and becoming a new dynasty and solidifying this duo as one of the best ever. If anything, the best thing to happen for Team Eternity Zenith would be for them to fight TSG and take them down. Is that likely? I doubt it. I doubt it, chat. As Ivy are also in a fight. They were the qualifier team from yesterday. They qualified through yesterday's performance. They did very, very well. Now they're actually doing even better today, I would argue, than what they did yesterday, because they're going against the best players in the entire world. The top on board is somebody who's actually alive, though. It's going to be Bardak. See you later. Oh my god, how did he survive that? Finally dying to Lick. Tough spot to be in. Lick last alive. They fall. Ivy are out, ladies and gentlemen. They fall early. They may still be in the money at the end of today's tournament, but they are definitely not going to be finishing top 3 unless Magic's team die early. Speaking of teams that cannot afford to die early, however, we're going to go on board with Lotex and Slayer's roster. They're not going to take that fight. It's COD Ninja's team right beside them. There's another team down below them over here. It's going to be another Latin American team. We got Alexa, Lethal, Andy, Kafaya, and a Morita. They've decided they don't want to take any fights, which is crazy considering they need to play catch up here. But maybe they're thinking the kills will come, which they might. The kills may come. 4K Man, on the other hand, playing a little bit more aggressive because they're further behind on the leaderboard and they're trying to win their 3rd tournament back-to-back. Unfortunately, with their very disappointing first 2 game performance, it seems like that's almost impossible. Seems like it's almost impossible, ladies and gentlemen. Soy Topo, Panchito, and Boyka lost their 4th player, who was the person who we deemed as being ineligible to play because he wasn't in the call with them. So there are now only a 3-man for this final game. Rules are rules, ladies and gentlemen. Hopping on over to Fury, they had a good start but a very disappointing mid-tournament, and now they're out completely. And it looks like, I guess, they did terrible towards the end of the day. They're probably finishing like 10th place, maybe in top 8, top 9. Another team falls. So looks like a lot of teams are fighting very early on. Love the tournaments. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that, Chief. Yeah, there they go. They're all leaving. Bardax's team again. Not really a good performance from them in today's tournament either. They've fallen off compared to last tournament. Mello? All right, Mello's still alive. We love to see that from Africa. What about Vector? He's dead, unfortunately. Could come back in a revive flight, though. As Kings are trying to find a way to win. Lotag's finally taking a fight with somebody else. That's the team they were against earlier. They've landed in on COD Ninja. They've got a knock on him. Not the full kill just yet. Using a lag. Try and get a kill here. Surprised by that. Shots go down trying to kill West. Not going to be able to hit any shots though. What's happened to COD Ninja? He got full kill. Good job for them. Slayer dies unfortunately, but a third party's came in as well. West should die here to flex. There we go. We've got a couple of kills. The Tempest is in the hands of the remaining 2 players of COD Ninja's team. This is Marana. They haven't been in the top 10 leaderboards the entire tournament. They came in here through the qualifiers. Oh, they've been spotted. Tempest goes down. One of them's going to get hit here. Can they get the knock? Not going to be likely. The smoke bomber is in play. Lotag's playing a little bit of a defensive play here from him. Tempest trying to be used here to the advantage of Pingolo. Not coming down just yet. We'll have to hop on Lotex's angle here to see what he can do. Ooh, oh my god, how did that hit? Lotex in a tough spot here, uses the medic to his advantage. The player rotates away. Might want to go for a little bit of a aggressive push here. Oh, that's going to be a Tempest shot. Doesn't land it. Stays alive for a little bit longer. Flex also around here as well. Low-Tex and Flex looking right at the team. Necro comes back too. We've got Slayer in the fray as well. The two teammates are back through the revive flight, and now they're going to play a little bit of a spoiler towards this COD Ninja roster. COD Ninja's team don't have 3 players back just yet. The COD Ninja may come back through the revive flight if they stay alive. Pingolo rotates out of the entire fight. They do not want to take that whatsoever. Sofisito also here with them. They've got away for now. But I know that 4-man roster needs kills. They've only got 2 so far, so they need as many kills as they can possibly get if they want to stand a chance of winning this game. Speaking of players that need kills, we'll hop on board the TSG. They have 4 so far, which brings them up to 128 points. 128 points is a superb amount over a 7-game series. If they played a little bit better in the start, they would be definitely our winners for sure. But it's still up in the air. Who's going to win this tournament as they are able to take down another one? That brings them up to 5. Going on to 4 Kings main, they're only on 4. TSG already in the lead, and they have more kills than the other teams up for contention in that #1 position. Let's hop over and see what is going on with another Filipino team here. They're not up to much, only 1 kill. I'd much rather watch a team that is close to winning, as they're still trying to hunt down Sofisito and Pingolo. Pingolo still running away as fast as humanly possible. Fast as they can. I think they got away with it for now. And unfortunately, Eternity Zenith here don't have any transport to get them into the zone or to fight players or find players quickly and ambush them. They have to use their legs. I see Ge. He looks like he's in a little bit of a fight. Tom goes down. Ge gets a trade right here onto Wagner. It's another Filipino team that they're in a fight with. Ge trying to land more shots over onto the opposing team. Not able to land any. This might be the worst accuracy we've ever seen from Ge in the history of a tournament. Finally able to get another. There we go. Landing his shots. Absolutely love to see it. 4 Kings main. Looks like they just wiped that team. And they are out of the competition, ladies and gentlemen. That's Kid Lat's roster, team number 5. We've seen them do good stuff inside of this tournament, but unfortunately, long necks are out. 8 kills from 4 Kings main are going to put them up the leaderboard a little bit more. They may be able to pass Zenith Eternity, but I'm not sure if they'll be able to do what they need to do to win this tournament. They're going to need to win the game. They're going to need to get a bunch of kills, and it looks like they've actually spotted Eternity. I was about to say 4K, but it's Zenith Eternity over there. Nades are coming in. Flex goes up the zip line. It looks like they're rotating away from that situation entirely. Necro and Slayer last alive down at the bottom. The other 2 are up the zip line. There we go. Going up the zip line now. They have the high ground to play with, and they probably don't even know that that's one of the remaining teams that they're fighting against to get the #1 spot. Meanwhile, TSG are out in the middle of nowhere. They're not fighting anyone for now. It looks like they've got a spot just outside the zone. They're playing over on the edge. And, oh, would you look at that? Would you look at that? There could be a 3-way fight towards the next zone between TSG, 4 Kings main, and, of course, Zenith Eternity. Oh, the roster that was unfortunately griefing 4 Kings Overload last game has been spotted just below the TSG team as they move into the zone. I do love these guys. I've actually won a tournament before, but unfortunately rules are rules, and you can't have people in calls with other people that are probably watching the stream because more than likely they're stream sniping and giving call-outs. Why would your teammate be in a call with a different person instead of being in a call with the team he is playing in a $10,000 tournament with? It just doesn't make sense. So we had to unfortunately enforce the rules and give them a very large slap on the wrist. Texas team looking for kills. They're struggling for sure. They were close behind TSG going into this game, but they need to do more. This is not going to be enough to secure them the victory. TSG still outside of the zone. The next zone is absolutely terrible. Look at this. This is going to cause a lot of action really, really quickly. Speaking of action, Low-Tech's able to take down 1 from Pingolo. West is behind the wall as well. West outside of the zone. He may die to it. Looks like COD Ninja's back in the action as well. They actually have a full team. This could be a full squad wipe here, and they could get 4 more points. Speaking of points, Super Jeff is also in a fight here as well. 4 Kings main. Looks like they're in a better fight for us to watch here currently, as it looks like Low-Tex is going to rotate away. They're going up the mountain. The hill's being used. I don't know where the rest of the players are on this team. It seems like they got 2 freebies and the other guys rotated away. TSG now in a fight against Slayer Lowtex's roster. Lowtex gets killed outside of the zone. Uses his medic to his advantage. Where is TSG in all of this? I have absolutely no idea. We're going to hop on board with them and see where they're located, because that was an SMRS across the map, and he stays alive. Slayer gets a kill, and it looks like TSG are fighting Bardax and Bop. Lots of different teams in fights right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it all ends. Which team will come out on top? They need to finish first place. They need to get a lot of kills. Slayer's team are falling behind here. They only have 4. They're able to take down a player from 4 Kings Main, though. Guh gets eliminated from the competition entirely. And now the chances of 4 Kings Main able to win the entire tournament go down significantly, as they've lost their MVP candidate, currently sitting in the #1 spot in the MVP tally totals after the first tournament of this 2026 season. 13 kills, though. If this trio can stay alive and finish first place, they'll get 20 kills in a first place finish. Could secure them the victory, but we're not sure. Nerosa takes down another onto Pangolo. Can he get that full kill? He needs it. There we go. 14 kills from 4K Main. They're catching up onto TSG, as TSG only have 5 eliminations this game. They were about 23 points behind, so they need to get as many kills as possible and finish first. Lowtex drops! Never mind, it's Necro. Lowtex is one shot, though. With Necro fallen, it looks like that's going to be all she wrote for this team, and it could be a battle between 4 Kings Main and TSG. Another teamer right beside him. It's going to be COD Ninja's team playing spoiler here. They need to get into the zone as fast as possible. Super Jeff goes down by TSG Layla. This is bad. This is very bad. Magic comes in and plays spoiler as well. Lowtex able to pick up a player. But now, Tom and Nerosa, last 2 alive for the 4 Kings Main roster. This is disastrous. SMRS being used. Can they get the kill? They can. Not come through in the full kill. They need to take this high ground as Lowtex falls. Lowtex and Slayer's team now out of the competition entirely. I don't think they had what it takes to take the #1 spot. Now it's all down between TSG and 4 Kings Main. This is terrible. Terrible for 4 Kings Main here, ladies and gentlemen, as TSG have all 4 of their players left alive. And Tom has spotted a 3-man roster. Boom. Shots go down. Nerosa's been knocked. This is not looking good. Tom's last alive in the team. He has 17 kills. Does he have what it takes to make the most craziest clutch of all time? I doubt it. There's too many great teams alive. They should have played this a little bit safer. It looks like TSG playing safe. It's probably going to confirm them the win. Tom's being surrounded by multiple different teams here. Jachi inside of the shack. I can't believe Tom is still alive. He's been the MVP for the 4 Kings Main roster this time around instead of Guh. Guh, of course, being the MVP for last tournament. Getting shot by a lot of different teams here. He needs to hide in a smoke or something. Uses the cliff to his advantage. Staying alive for a little bit longer. TSG needs to die if he wants to stand any chance. TSG still inside of the zone. The next zone's going to close far away from him. Tom, it's really all down to you. Can you do anything here? Boom, gets another kill. 19 kills on the board for 4 Kings Main. It looks like TSG are probably going to play spoiler, though. He needs a smoke. He needs something. TSG have spotted him. Surely. Surely Secret sees him up there on that cliff. No, it looks like the tree is stopping them. They're now up to 10 kills. Tom, going into the house, needs to close the door so he doesn't get targeted. Oh, this is going to be tough. He ran out of Tempest shots here. If he gets SMRS, it's going to be all she wrote. There is a team playing spoiler here up on the top of the high ground. They could easily shoot down onto that other roster of TSG and get them killed. They just need to take the fight on them. It is coming all down to the final moments, chat. 4 Kings Main still alive, still have a chance to win this, but with Tom in here by himself and the door open, I doubt he's got what it takes to make it happen. TSG not losing any players just yet. Layla dies. Only 3 players left alive. Can they do anything? Stiller uses his rewind to stay alive for a little bit longer. Tom still inside the house. Looks like he's probably going to die here. Rewinds back inside the house. But Dada's going to come in with a shotgun, able to take him down instantly with a Jag 12. Tom somehow is still alive here. 20 kills on the board. There's going to be another person that pushes in here, surely. Might need to rewind back into the shack. He's not going to do it. He's going to stay alive just by rotating himself. TSG still alive with 3 players up. Getting shot by multiple different teams here. It's going to be TSG targeting them. 20 kills on the board. He's probably going to get shot from behind here. It's going to be TSG taking him down. That would be quite the ending. Still alive here. 20 kills. Going to get another one surely with it. Oh my my god, he gets killed by Brotex. And now, in a 3v1v1 situation, the last player alive is going to be Bai. And TSG are absolutely, without a doubt, going to be your champions of the second tournament of 2026. Four Kings Main are no longer your reigning champions, and it's another Filipino team that take them down off the #1 spot. Starting out the tournament pretty lackluster, to be honest, but ending it super strong. TSG fulfill their destiny of finishing this tournament as #1 champion. Well played to Four Kings Main. Tom stayed alive for as long as he possibly could there. He'll probably finish in second place. Unfortunately, Slayer and Lotex, the goated duo, died early that game, so they were not able to contest TSG for that finals #1 spot. We'll pull up the leaderboards right now, and you'll be able to see 14 kills and a win is going to give them 29 points, which will put them up to about 153 total points. And if we go over to Super Jeff's roster, to get 7 points for replacement and 20 kills, which will give them 27 points. It's not going to be enough to be able to take TSG off of that #1 spot. Congratulations to TSG for being able to become champions once again. I feel like it's been a very long time since they won for the first time, but I'm glad to see them back on top again. And there we go, 3 times back-to-back from the Filipinos, and a win for the first time from TSG in our current league format. Four Kings Main performed exceptionally well, but unfortunately, their bad start led to their downfall. A terrible game 1, a terrible game 2 is the reason why they lost that tournament. If they were more consistent, like I said, in a 7-game series, it's all about consistency, they would have won the tournament. TSG, stand tall and proud. Currently, your best team from the Philippines. Best team from EU is obviously K9 Zenith Eternity. I would say Latam Prime is probably the best team from Latin America. And as far as Africa goes, I'm not too sure who your best African team is, because there really isn't many on the leaderboard. But if we're basing it just off leaderboards, it's more than likely Hex Line Tyrants. Chat, we're going to get the final scoreboard up on your screen as soon as possible. But congratulations to TSG. Part of me really wanted to believe that Tom could clutch up there at the end, take them down and win the game, possibly take the win home. But that was just not the case. TSG are most certainly the best team in the Philippines this time around. We'll have to see in the next tournament, which will actually be this month. There will be a tournament this month in the next 21 days that you will hear about very, very soon. The qualifiers will be held on the 15th of February. So if you have a team that's over the age of 18, you don't need to be a social media star. You just need to be good. If you want to play in the qualifiers, you're more than welcome to do so. Go join my Discord, discord.gg/FergFan. Thanks to all the teams that participated in today's event. It was another banger, as usual. All the tournaments have been bangers over the last 2 years, and this was no exception. Also, all of the watch parties as well. Our new watch party, actually, who just recently rejoined 4K after being a founding father of the clan and the team back in the day, is back, ladies and gentlemen. So congratulations to 4K for linking up with him again and bringing him back into the Four Kings establishment. Also, chat, if you haven't already entered the Memento Mori Grim Ending giveaway, you're more than welcome to do so. It's on my X page. It's just @Ferg. Just type in Ferg to X. It's my most recent tweet. You can go and enter the Grim Ending / the Memento Mori giveaway if you do want to do it. Also, I'd like to say congratulations to Slayer and Lotex. You guys know I'm slightly biased because they're European. But bro, high ping, still finishing at least in 3rd place. Good job. I was actually rooting for them or Four Kings. I really didn't think TSG would perform as well as they did today. I really did not think they would do it. But here they are. They proved me wrong. They had been in a slump for many months. They hadn't won in so long. And they came back. They proved everyone wrong. And Philippines stays on top for another month, ladies and gentlemen. But keep in mind, this is not the only tournament this month. There is another one. We haven't released what kind of a tournament it is, but it will, of course, be competitive-based, skill-based, 7 games, multiple maps, multiple maps. I mean, there only is one other big map, chat. So Blackout's making a return in the tournament this month. And there will be some quirky ban or feature within the tournament that players will need to play around. Of course, this one was the AK-117 being banned. I'll let you know more soon about the next tournament. As for now, TSG Rigid are your champions once again. And Philippines stay on top. I don't remember. I think TSG Rigid won in very early 2025. And they haven't won a major $10,000 tournament since then. So it could have been like about a year since they've actually came out on top. Either way, I'm going to put the graphic on the screen. We'll do it on YouTube first so that you guys can see where all of the best teams performed. The top 10 teams, that is. There you go. If you're on YouTube, you will have it over on your screen right now. And if you're on YouTube short form, I'll blast it on your screen as well. Up on, there it is. There we go. For TikTok, I'm going to put it on your screen now as well so you can see where the top 10 teams finished in this tournament. Again, congratulations to TSG. You proved me wrong. I didn't think at the start of today that we would be crowning TSG as the champions. But here we are. They're sitting alone on top, and there's quite a distance between them and second place. Four Kings Main barely get in ahead of K9 Zenith Eternity, the EU team. Then you can see another Filipino team in 4th place and Latin America's Prime in 5th place. With that being said, chat, if you're new around here, make sure to follow, subscribe, depending on what platform you're watching. Speaking of watching, check out all of the watch parties that took part today in today's stream and all of the players as well, because I'm sure they would really appreciate you following them, also gifting them some sort of coins or diamonds or donations, whatever you want to do, because a lot of these players are new to being content creators, new to being pro players, and just new to the scene in general. So anything you give it over to those creators, I'm sure they would appreciate it a lot. When it comes to me, you can check out that AK-117 Memento Mori /Grim ending giveaway. If you want to have a chance of winning it, just go to my X page @Ferg. And of course, subscribe, follow. If you're on TikTok, go check my new TikTok out. It underperformed. I'm going to cry about it if it doesn't hit 1 million views. Oh, brisky, brisky. I'm just kidding. It's all good, bro. It was my bad, bro. All right, it was my bad. Either way, make sure to live your life with purpose. Do something with the rest of your day that will help you either mentally, physically, or financially. And I hope to see you back here very, very soon. I may stream tomorrow, but I do have a meeting throughout lunchtime, which is usually when I stream. So I'm not going to promise it, but you guys know I usually stream every day around this time, a little bit earlier than this time. So hope to see you tomorrow. If not, I will see you on Tuesday, chat. Right now, we're getting the MVP tallies up for you guys. And we won't have a graphic for it, but if you check my TikTok story after the stream, we'll have the graphic there. And the top 10 is as follows. 10th place is G. 9th place is Lotex. 8th place is Necro. 7th place is Flex. 6th place is Joint with Nerosa and Tom Pips. 4th place is Stiller. 3rd place is Slayer. 2nd place is Secret. And surprisingly, Layla is or also known as Lay, is our MVP for this tournament. We'll post the graphic on my TikTok story. I'll put a little funk edit behind it, but I'm sure Layla will post it on their TikTok. So congratulations to Layla for being able to be the MVP of this tournament. We'll have the full MVP list adjusted and put on my TikTok story as well. We may put it on the Instagram story too, just so you guys can keep in touch with how the MVP season is going. Because remember, there's an MVP of each event, which we put on the TikTok story. But the real storyline is who is the MVP of the league? Who is the MVP of the 2026 season? Before it was Guh, it might still be him since he did so well in this tournament as well. We'll have to wait and find out from the TikTok story later, but that'll be all from me today, chat. Have a great rest of your day. I hope to see you sometime very, very soon. Much love, gamers. Bye!